Good evening and welcome to Hellstorm Wargaming. We are live for round 6, the final of Into the Hellstorm X, or 10, if you understand that X is a 10.
It's got to be X. We're doing this Roman numeral style.
Yeah.
Come on, baby.
That's it, exactly. And we have an epic game of 40k to round off your weekend, your Sunday evening. We have Dark Techno Dom, and he's forgotten his Drakari roots and instead gone for other disgustingly mutilating things called the Creations of Bile.
That's it. We've got Creations of Bile back on the stream. Very popular army in the meta right now. They are slaying their way through. Dom undefeated going through to this final round. But so too, the Blood Angels, piloted by Raf. You've seen him for the last 2 games in a row. He's bringing it home for the Blood Angels.
What I love about Raf has now played on, this is his 3rd game, so technically half of Raf's games have been on stream. He's not moved out of that room all day. No. I feel like we've just sort of shut the door on him with his box of toy soldiers and be like, stay there, because you're playing the next game as well.
He's our prisoner now.
Yeah.
He's the performing monkey that we're just going to keep poking and poking until he carries on winning, apparently.
Exactly. He's going to go till next weekend, and then eventually we'll be like, Raf, you need to go home now, brother. Hi, Mikey. What have you given us? It's just a random piece of chaos, I think.
The first
model has fallen?
Injury has fallen. It's a warp talon blade. Yeah. They always fall off.
Yeah.
I've had that in my video for about 3 months.
Is that mine? That's not even from Dom. That's mine. I've been looking for that.
If you're just joining us and you're wondering, who the hell are these two? I'm Hellstorm Tom.
I'm Hellstorm Billy.
And we're looking after things for Mikey, who's running his own event. So he's drafted in the supply teachers to just sort of make sure that...
No, Tom. He's drafted in the professionals.
The professionals. We are outsourced elite team. I love the fact that in the background you can see we've upgraded our shed. So basically, if you guys don't know, we run our events at Sanctuary Gaming Centre, in Sutton in Ashfield. And we have the shed, which is our studio. And as you can see, we've upgraded it to this lovely studio that isn't a green screen at all. And as you can see behind us, we have tables of Warhammer taking place, round 6, lots of tired, hungover people. But it's been a wicked weekend, and it's coming down to this to decide who is going to be the winner. Who's going to take the title for best 40k player.
That's it.
In the world.
Everyone's putting their best performance. You've got some going undefeated, such as the armies that we've got on the table on the stream today. The rest of the guys, they've fought honorably, but there's winners and losers in tournaments, unfortunately. But everyone's putting on a real good show. There's some really nice designed, modeled and painted armies. With some unique combinations coming through as well.
Absolutely. Now, you need to do me a favour. If you're watching right now and you have been watching all weekend long, you need to give this stream a like. Tell your friends that the grand final of the Into the Hellstorm X is happening right now. We love to see lots of names in chat as well. Let us know where you're watching. Let us know what you've been doing all weekend. Let us know what army you're currently working on. We know there's a few Blood Angels fans in chat because who doesn't love Sanguinius' Golden Boys? In a second, we'll take you through the list as well. I'm really excited to show you the map, which is we're playing the Scouring as well. That is the final mission, randomly chosen and selected. It's a 5-objective mission. It's a Hammer and Anvil style deployment, and we are using WTC style terrain, which you'll see very soon. Both players seem reasonably happy with that. I think Raf's last map was quite difficult for him, with Abandoned Sanctuaries not allowing the pre-game move. But Raf does have that in his toolbox this time if he needs it. So let's go take a look at the players in the shed. They will be deploying now as we speak. You can see them starting to deploy in the Hammer and Anvil style. You can see a whirlwind there, and we'll take you to the top down right now, where you'll be able to see deployment has begun. The thing with this one is, look how far up the board you can start with the your deployment edge. Look at the dice, yeah. Look at the amount of distance you can get.
That's it. And both these armies are wanting to get close in fast. They're both heavy combat armies. Raf does have more shooting with the Plasma Interceptors, which we've seen have been doing him work this last 2 games. He's also got that, I keep calling it a Scorpius, is that the right word?
A whirlwind with a Castellan launcher, yeah. That's it, yeah.
Which can reach out there and touch his touch Dom's backfield.
Touch whose backfield?
Hey, hello.
Matron. You want to touch my where? But yeah, what would be really cool is, obviously Dom has a big model count army. You can see him just starting to layer some stuff up. Do you want to take us through Dom's list, please? Yeah?
Certainly can. As Tom just mentioned, it does have more boots on the ground than the Blood Angels, which is quite interesting to see. Going through Dom's list, Creations of Bile, as we've mentioned, he's starting with 1 CP overall. Rounding off the list, he's got a Demon Prince with wings. This is Mark of Nurgle. So he has the Twisted Regeneration Warlord trait. This means if he dies, he can get back up with D3 wounds remaining. He has the Nurgle Demon Weapon, which is meaning he's auto-wounding on his hits. And he can ignore anything that would negate wounds going through. So that's Feel No Pain or a wound bracket in there.
Nice.
And then for his psychic power, he's gone for warp time, so a potential of a double move there.
Yeah, speedy boys.
That's it, crucial for getting up in your opponent's face or hopping on objectives when you need to.
Yep.
We've got a Dark Apostle with Illusory Supplication. That's a great defensive prayer to chuck out there. One that almost any Chaos Space Marine player is going to want him to be utilized, because the name of the game to score this primary is hang on to objectives, and the only way you can do that is be durable. So for those that don't know, that is essentially transhuman on hits, so you can't hit them on better than a 4 or more, and you can't re-roll against them either. So.
Wow, so that's nice against something like Rafa's army was hitting on 2s with a lot of really good melee attacks, and also re-rolling 1s normally through buffs and stuff like that. So yeah, really shutting down some of that potential, right?
Excellent, yep. And then we've gone for he's gone for a disco load as well. Mark of Tzeentch this time, so again that means the first failed save gets turned to 0 damage essentially, so that'll be really good, especially if he gets shot by plasma interceptors. If he's overcharges them or doesn't, you know, that can really save him some wounds there. He has the Flames of Spite Warlord trait, which means he's re-rolling his wound rolls. Great on a disco load because of the amount of attacks that they've got, and he's doing mortal wounds on 6s to wound there as well. Again, great on disco loads because of the amount of attacks that they get. He's also got a relic, the Gorget of Eternal. That is +1 save. It's 4+ invul, and he'll be doing mortal wounds when he dies as well to any unit within 3 inches, I believe. With him being Mark of Tzeentch, it does mean he can Auspex essentially Chaos Space Marine Auspex scan with his Flamer, which, don't forget, get +2 to their amount of shots being Chaos Space Marines. Into the troops, he's got a Cursed Cultists, regular Cultists, 2 squads of Legionnaires, 1 being Slanesh marked with the upgrade to take Psychic Powers. He's taking Prescience there for the +1 to hit. And Legionnaires with a Mark of Khorne, which means they're going to be getting +1 strength on the charge, and I believe it's an extra AP as well on there. Chosen, 2 squads of Chosen, 10 man, fill out his elites choices there. Again, 1 Slanesh. 1 Slanesh. That one's been upgraded with the hated Black Rune of Damnation, so that is -1 to wound, and you can't re-roll the wound roll against them. And the other Chosen squad being a Mark of Khorne, so again, they're going to be looking to get stuck in and deal some damage there. Into the rest of the elites, you've got 2 squads of Possessed. They're going to be doing work. How many are in the Possessed squad?
5, I believe?
5, yes.
Is
it's
it
just a min
of 5?
squad of 5, but they do enough work on their own. They've each got 5 attacks each. Toughness 5, Strength 5. They're really monstrous in combat. He's gone for a squad of Rubric Marines,
which is nice to see, right? Good old Rubrics intermixing with the Bile boys.
That's it. With the Warp Flamers, they've also got access to that Auspex strat to hit anything that comes in on reserve. 5 units, 5 Warp Talons. Sorry, not 5 units of Warp Talons.
5. How many points is he playing with? Jesus Christ!
And that's all of the list there. So
I think there's enough there.
Very combat based. He's going to be looking to do as much as he can. Yep. The Chosen provide some DACA in there with their bolt guns, and everything else is looking to get into combat and do some major hurting. So.
For sure. So that is it. Dom's list. Lots of boots on the ground, or slimy boots on the ground.
Yep, that's it.
Doing what they do best, getting into combat, chopping things up, and also just not bothering if they get hit back in return, right?
That's it. Not forgetting the creations of Bile stuff. He's giving all of his units +1 move, +1 strength, and if they haven't already, fighting upon death.
Because, you know, that wasn't enough as it was the +1 move and +1 strength. Let's let you fight on death as well. Now, I'm going to take us through Rafa's list. Rafa has been on stream. This is his 3rd time, but that doesn't mean that he's deserved to be here. He's fought hard. He's won hard. And I'm going to talk you through the Epic Blood Angels list. So, we kick off with the Warlord, the man himself, Commander Dante, granting that 1 CP for being the Warlord. And he's going in there and offering buffs, yeah? Rerolls. He's -1 to hit in shooting and in melee. He could be a really good effective angel sacrifice if needed be, getting himself in the mix, making those creations of Bile not swing it into his Sangard, instead swing it to him.
That's
It's
it,
a
yeah.
really good sort of 2+, 4+ sort of body to have to get through. We kick off with 5 infiltrators, just a troops tax in this detachment. They can offer some shenanigans, ignoring 12-inch deep strike, and also deploying, as you can see, he's deployed them at the top left there, just inside that L. Really useful objective holders as well. We then have a squad of Death Company Marines. These are bolt pistols and power swords. 5 of them. Really, really cheap for what they do, 165 points, and will play really well into his secondary, which you can see is Fury of the Lost, which means kill something, and for you also get a point when they die, right? So like 4 points, then you get 5 if they end up getting killed in return. Result, right? We have a Sang Agent. The Sang Agent is tooled up with Rites of War, which is Obsec, and Wrath of Bile, which is basically the banner makes everyone jump a bit faster. So everyone's got a 14-inch jump pack, zooming across the table. And again, something you can use Angel Sacrifice on. Yeah,
exactly,
if you don't want to go through into your Death Company or into your Sangard, then you can pop that as well as a stratagem. Fast attack, we've got Inceptors, 5 Plasma Inceptors, so expensive at 300 points, 60 points a model, but if you were here last game, you'll have seen how good they were and how effective they were. One, they proc on the dice, and you're getting lots of 2, D3 shots coming through really well. So good, right?
They're so good, even against the last creations of Bile, which use a lot of demon engines, and pretty much always used the -1 damage strat when the Plasma Inceptors shot them. They still were taking up, if not all of the wounds, the majority of the wounds of a demon engine a turn.
Yep, absolutely. And you'll see he has 2 squads of Eliminators. He's just deploying 1 squad at the bottom of the board now as we speak. Eliminator's really good. They've got some jank where they shoot and they can move.
Very
and
good.
it just means that they have some a way of move blocking, yeah? That's going to be crucial in this game because there's going to be a tide of creations of Bile walking towards him, and if he can cut off some of these accesses, you'll see he's sort of like, he's around the crates there. I wonder if he's going to use them to sort of just bridge that gap to stop them moving through the crates and stuff like that, and forcing them in ways that he wants, yeah? Also, let's not, Eliminators got some decent shooting as well, yeah? So, you know,
not too
useful
bad,
to
not
have.
too shabby at all.
Then we have a Vanguard detachment. We have the HQ of the Sang Priest with the Teeth of Terror, make him a little bit more choppy in combat because the Sang Priest is just pathetic without it, but he's really there to just give some 6-up shrugs. Also, he can be left on certain objectives if you want to send the rest of your army forward. A nice little utility character.
He's great. He's great as a utility piece.
We then have 2 other squads of Death Company Marines, all of these with Thunderhammers, so 4 Thunderhammers, 1 bolt pistol, and chainsword. We both know that if you're bringing the Death Company, you're bringing Thunderhammers, you want to be buffing one up, sending them in, hoping they do the business, wrecking face, and then dying afterwards. Really good value for what they are as well. 3 squads of Sanguinary Guard. 2 of them are all armed with swords. 1 of them is armed with axes, so these are all 5 men each, so 15 in total. Again, Sangard, really good. Huge weight of dice. All of them are basically going to be winning most things on 2s or 3s. You know what I mean? Strength 5 on the swords, strength 6 on the axes. A decent amount of AP to chew through as well. Even with armor content, the swords are really getting them down there as well and stuff like that. Heavy support, we have a Whirlwind. Whirlwind with a Castellan launch. You don't see these, but 125 points. Not bad for some firing and stuff like that. Really nice. And that rounds off Rafa's 2,000 point list. So as you can see, deploying going on right now, Hammer and Anvil style. And we're just seeing the Lord Discordant go at the top right of your screen. Chat, want to know, who are you rooting for? Who do you think's going to win Grand Final of Into the Hellstorm X10? And I am excited to see Turn 1 get underway and work out who gets Turn 1. Let's quickly chat through the secondaries. Rafa has been running both of these secondaries quite a lot. These are Blood Angel secondaries. Relentless Assault is basically have more Blood Angels units in your opponent's deployment zone than they have in yours. So all Rafa would have to do is get 1 in, and if Creations about have none in his deployment zone, he would get 4 points. Yeah? Pretty simple. But the thing is, the opposing player has to beat the amount that you have. So that's always really useful, because then you can be like, well, if it's a draw, I still get points. Yeah? Fury of the Lost is Death Company killing things and dying in return. 4 points, 5 points. And Raise the Banners is a normal Nephilim one, which is just basically raise things on objective. Raise banners on objectives, stop them being taken. It's a 5 objective mission, which is an interesting one to do, but maybe you just didn't think you had many options on that one. Who knows?
I mean, it is a good way to get yourself a couple of points each turn. It can work out really well for you.
Yep.
It can just pick you over a couple of points a turn. So we'll see how Raf decides to use it this game. He is a master of his secondaries, so we'll see how it goes for him.
Do you want to talk us through Dom's secondaries, what he's taken for the Creations of Bile?
Creations of Bile. So again, going for raise the banners there at the bottom of his list for Dom. Again, he's going to be pushing forward. He's going to be trying to push the Blood Angels back and hoping they can't hop over him. So it is a good one to pick for him. He's going to try and tie Raf up in his deployment zone and get those points ticking over in his deployment zone with those banners being raised. Warp Ritual. He's going to be wanting to get in close to the center of the board with his Demon Prince and be casting that. He's also got the option of doing that with his troops. The Legionnaires, the Slaneshi ones with their psychic power upgrade as well.
So 3 points, 7 points, 12 points. So basically, if he does that 3 times, it's something he only needs to do 3 times as an action, and then he's capped out at 12. So he's limiting himself to 97, but he's going, actually, I only need to dedicate 3 turns to this.
That's it.
So it's quite nice, isn't it? You know. And let's be honest, the middle of the board isn't actually too far away on this one. I know it sounds silly, but you're going to be the entire game is going to be fought around the containers and around Objective 3 between those 2 rooms. Yeah, it's quite a safe space to do it as well. Surrounded by some dense terrain there.
That's it. You don't have to be bang on that middle objective. You can be hiding behind one of these big L's that are in the middle. So there is some possibility to avoid some of the shooting from the Plasma Inceptors there, but they are very mobile. He's also gone for pretty much the auto take for most Creation of Bile's lists, which is the Specimens of the Spider. So this will be scoring him 3 victory points if a Creations of Bile unit kills a character, vehicle, or monster. 2 points if it kills any other unit, basically. And then an extra point in this match because all of the opposing, all of Raf's units are Astartes keyword. So,
nice. Good couple of secondaries there. And as you can see, this is how the board's laying out. You'll see these L shapes, really good line of sight blocking in the Hammer and Anvil style that we have some, but both these armies really not benefit from shooting, apart from Raf's Plasma Receptors that are going to want to draw angles to some key units. I'd imagine the Plasma Receptors going to want to gun for some of those Chosen, some of the Possessed.
Yeah, they put
maybe
out
the
a
Lord
lot
Disco
of
Lord.
shots, so,
yeah.
And we've seen him pick up Disco Lords with them before. Whether it depends what gets pushed in his face first and how he wants to respond to that. We'll just have to wait to find that out.
Yep. You'll see here as well, Dom just putting some rubrics at the left of your screen, measuring just so they're out of 24, just so they can't get tagged, because those Warp Flamers, they don't want to be accidentally tagged, you know what I mean? Because then they can't shoot or Overwatch and stuff like that. And he's just also just trying to make sure they can't get shot as well, which is really helpful, right?
He wants to keep them in reserve and pose a threat to anything that's going to deep strike. Raf having 1 unit of Sanguinary Guard, the one with axes in reserve. So Dom has that to worry about coming down in his backfield or just in a really useful place to potentially swing an objective offer.
And here we go. We're about to have the roll off for first turn. We've had handshakes, and we're about to find out which of these lads is going to go first. I would imagine both of them would like to go first. Oh, if you're the Blood Angel player, would you? Would you like them to come towards you?
The countercharge can be very powerful.
Looks like Raf's going first.
5 there, 5 rolled by Raf, so Raf will be going first.
Okay, so we know Raf taking first turn. Actually, I think I don't think he was too happy about that. Now, more I think about it, would you want Creations about to come towards you? Probably, because they're going to do that anyway.
I would guess just so you can utilize the Plasma Inceptors to the best of his ability to really pick up a unit. Like Gitley said in the comments, he wants to be picking up a unit each turn with those Plasma Inceptors.
Yep.
If not, absolutely crippling a unit, because doing it in combat against this army, it's going to turn out a bit rough. So if you can swing it by picking up a unit in shooting as well, that's really going to be the key there.
So it looks like, yeah, as we say, so turn 1, going to Raf, those Blood Angels, I think he's trying to work out what he wants to do. Is he going to maybe... He has a couple of CB to play with. Is he going to fall low, and is he just going to pass his buffs out and maybe try and do some move blocking? I think those Eliminators need to move block and just shut down that... Try and shut down some movement around that Objective 2 zone. Maybe move, shoot, move again, and just try and block the L shape. But then again, most of this is infantry, so he's moving through the terrain anyway. It's not like in the last game where he could shut down the vehicles coming through and some of the Lord Discordants and stuff like that. So
that's it. So we're just seeing Raf here dishing out his buffs from Dante, I presume. onto his units, going onto the Death Guard there.
The Death Company.
The Death Company, sorry, the Death
That's all
Company.
right.
It looks like they're going to be as
They'll
usual.
have been given a buff by the Sang priest, probably maybe putting them in the assault doctrine, and they'll have been given reroll hits from Dante, maybe even from the Sang Ancient as well, getting +1 to hit. Like it looks like they've been given 2 buffs. Not sure which ones, but we'll find out. But just goes to show. But Blood Angels synergizing really well, passing out some really nice buffs and stuff like that. Italy saying he needs to think about forloaning. I mean, it's something I would think about. Really, you've got a 24-inch threat range with forloans. You move 12, and you move 12 again. And if you're going first, you know you've got it. You know what I mean? So the other thing is, as you can see, Dom really protecting his characters. You'll see there's like little islands and bubbles around everything. So what really is he going to get into with those Thunderhammers? That's half the battle, right?
That's it. Yeah, it looks like he's protecting his Dark Apostle with the. I think they're the Chosen there on the left-hand side of our screen. I think they're the Slaneshi Chosen. And then you've got the Demon Prince in the center protected by Cultists, it looks like. And on the right-hand side, the Accursed, top of our screen now, you've got the Accursed Cultists right in that L shape. Followed by the other big squad of Chosen, the Corn ones, I believe. They're probably surrounding... well, they're not surrounding, but they're next to the Lord Discordant there. I think they're bubbling a little tiny squad of... Warp Talons, I believe they are. Maybe they're... Yep. No, they're not Chosen, Possessed, sorry. They're on the bigger bases. Not too sure where his Warp Talons are. I can't see them on the board. Maybe he's got them in reserve.
Yeah, we'll check that maybe in a second. I just want to flag as well the Mission Tertiary for this. Hellstorm trademark, by the way. Mission Tertiary is Strategic Scan. It's basically scan an objective in 3 points. Yeah, so what you should be doing is you jump in. I would argue he looks like he's scanning Objective 1 and Objective 3 already. It's an action.
Get them off early. Get the those points.
Start racking them up, and obviously they are counted at the end of the game. But I mean, once you've scanned an objective, like job done, right? That's all you need to worry about. So
that's it. Dom's hid his units very well from his shooting, hiding behind those L's. So to be honest, there's not much the Eliminators could shoot at if they wanted to anyway. So they may as well get those actions off.
Yeah. Also, if you're Raph as well, you've got banners as well. So I just wonder whether most of this game is going to be involved, maybe trading over Objective 3. Both players trying to hold their home objectives, yeah, and just constantly flipping Objective 3. Now, obviously, it involves lots of trades, and I think Bile will trade better, which is why I think Raph's on the back foot.
Well, they've got more bodies, and they've got Fight on Death as well, so they can afford to lose things.
That's what I'm saying. Bile will literally...
do damage as a result.
Exactly. Bile will just throw bodies onto Objective 3 and go, I've got more where that came from. And the problem is there's only so much the Blood Angels can do that. They need to kill and survive. And the problem is Fight on Death just absolutely ruins that strategy for them as well, you know?
But we've seen Raph play around that in the last game.
Yeah.
He did very well with that, so let's see if he can do it in this game as well.
Yeah. Again, I think it's going to be quite a cagey start to the game, and as the turns start rolling, I think we'll see that obviously it becomes a bit more clear what the mission plan will be. But be more interested to find out, like, I guess how Dom goes. Does Dom go full send and just play for one of Raph's home objectives? So, like in my head, you'll be able to see Objective 4 there. I think does Dom surge for Objective 4 past the containers with the Disco Lord with the other stuff? Start giving Raph a problem in his home objective, and then Raph either has to swing the game around back to Objective 2 on Dom's side, or try and take back Objective 4, but then that means he's fighting on 2 fronts, right? So he's fighting on his home objective, and he's going to try and fight for the middle, because this game will be won or lost on the primary, probably.
That's it. I mean, pushing that Disco Load out early. Yep. It is a durable build Disco Load. He's got the Gorget, which is giving him an extra +1. Also topping up with any terrain that he can get himself into, and also Armor of Contempt there. So he's potentially got a very high save. He's probably going to be on 2 or 3 saves most of the game. He's then got the 4+ invul if he does get him down that far. And it's dangerous to touch him in combat because of the mortal wounds that he kicks out. Not only on his attacks, but also on death as well with the Gorget. Yeah,
I think the thing that I want from this game is I want Raph to have a strong opening, but also like not get absolutely hammered turn 1 back. Like if combats happen across that mid board and they don't go towards Raph's way, it's gonna feel like an uphill battle straight away. And you sort of want, like, for a fair balanced game to run for 5 rounds, you sort of want a bit of a cagey sort of bit of a cagey sort of game, don't you? You know what I mean? Especially to start with, because they're just so the Bile are just so resilient, aren't they? So it looks like we're going to start into some shooting now. Probably starting with these eliminators you'll see in the bottom. Once they've shot, they can move again, and that'll enable just a little bit of jank. Maybe try and pile into something, force them to fall out. So we'll see. We'll join the boys now at the table and see where we go.
Both hit. Okay. 1 wound, AP 4. Nope. 3 damage.
Is it worth CP? No, I need CP.
Yeah, just kill him. Yeah. And then the last fusel hits. Doesn't win because you're thinking about right. Tough and slash.
Yep.
Yeah. Can't heroic.
Huh?
Can't heroic.
Oh yeah, 6. No, I'm joking. Oh, I can do all that. Yeah.
Let's go there.
9 from your block.
Whirlwind will shoot them as well. Well, why not?
Yep.
6 shots. Pause. Very exciting. 3 wins.
What's
AP
your
1. 6.
Ah, okay.
Alright. And that, we were our turn.
And you 10? So what do you score?
So I get 4 on. Oh, it's 4 on willingness
Why did you get 4?
because I'm in your defense.
Well,
I didn't know.
quickest
Yeah,
first turn in
that was the
history.
whole thing.
Oh,
said
you're
it,
towing in.
Nice cagey. Well, I say nice cagey start. Quite a cagey start there. Well, looks like Raf's going to get 4 points maybe because he's got those eliminators into Dom's deployment zone, which therefore will mean points, and Dom's not got anything in his. So just easy points. Nice 4 there. And he's effectively throwing those eliminators away. But as you can see, just tagging something by the looks of it. I think the bottom there maybe, or if not tagging something,
I think he's just
move
move
blocking
blocking that little corridor off there.
Yeah.
So we've just seen Dom roll his illusory supplication. That's gone off on the chosen on the bottom of our screen.
Yep.
Standard move.
So flipping over to Dom's turn, yeah. We'll see what he's got to do. I think Dom has, now he knows he's going second, has a bit more of a chance to push out a bit. He knows that he's not going to get too much of a retaliation like he would have done if he was going first. So I'm really interested to see whether he does just do full advance. I don't think he can make. I think the charges he can make are into eliminators, right? Eliminators on objective 3. And
Potentially,
eliminators
yes.
onto objective 2.
He's got a lot of movement. The possessor very fast in creations of Bile.
Yep. He's got a warp talon in his pocket if he needs it as
He's
well.
got warp talons.
No, warp time.
If they're on the
He's got
field.
warp time,
Oh,
hasn't he?
warp time. Sorry.
Yeah.
But you can't charge after warp time. Don't
No, but you
forget.
can get on. You can just really start
get
being
up
a
in their
nuisance.
face.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
You can still shoot.
Yeah. Nice.
So these big blobs of chosen with their bolters can do some damage.
Yep. So just doing some pre-measuring here from Dom, trying to work out what his charge distances are. Trying to just, as all good players do, you pre-measure, right? You try and work out what you're going to be before you go, what the odds are if you're making
That's
it.
it. You don't want to get up there and realize you've got an 11-inch charge. You've got to make sure that you're going to be looking at something reliable.
And obviously, Dom has advance and charge in his pocket as a stratagem, doesn't he?
He not as a stratagem. It is a.
Is it a Dark Apostle? He
prayer.
has a Dark Apostle. Yeah, so he does have a Dark Apostle and a Dark Apostle prayer.
Yeah.
So he can advance and charge. So he's just looking at what he would need on the dice. You see the blue dice? He's just been working out, right, well, what do I need as an advance with my unit to get in?
That's it, yeah.
And just allows you so much more movement, doesn't it, you know? Here we go. It's going to be a long movement phase because Dom has brought half of GW with him to this battle because there's that many bloody models on the table. A Cursed Cultist, normal cultists, and yeah, I think that's good, yeah. Look at them all moving away. Whoa, moving up. So yeah, just want to say again, thank you so much for watching. If you've been watching all weekend, this is the last game. It's been long coming. It's all down to this. Dom from Vanguard Tactics, as I've said, Stephen Bucks probably owes Dom £1 million by now with the amount of branding he's got onto this huge Hellstorm Wargaming stream. We're just doing all the advertising for Stephen Bucks. But Dom doing really well. He's a big member. He's a big fan of coming to our events. And why wouldn't you be? Great events, right? Hellstorm Wargaming.
And he's doing Team Chaos Space Marine proud.
Well, no one can do Team Chaos Space
Let's
Marine
go,
proud.
Kyo.
Yeah. So let's just have a scan of the board. So again, Blood Angels really quite cagey, in good place. You see the Ancient there. 2 squads of Death Company. You got your Power Swords. You got your Thunder Hammers just in front of them. Eliminators just trailing out to number 3. Again, Eliminator's probably going to be quite a big target in this just to clear up somehow, but what I imagine Raf would do is, if for some reason he's shot at, he'd just pull the front one off, yeah, and hide the rest behind the building. If we can have a look at the top. Wait, well, let's see if there's anything creeping through. No, everything's just hiding in that Alpha Dom currently. Wondering if there's going to be maybe one unit advance through, maybe, or trying to charge through.
He was just determining whether he wants to reveal himself to take down that banner. He's going to have to, with the way that this map pack's set out, that you can't just tiptoe behind that L shape. You have to come out from it to touch that objective. Yeah,
both of the terrain pieces aren't within touching distance, are they? So
that's it. It looks like he's choosing not to at this point.
I mean, perks of getting banners up straight away from Raf, just try and get ahead on the scoreboard, right? If he held 3 at the end of this turn, taking those points into the next thing, all crucial, right? Both of these lads know every point's going to be worth it, so...
Could be moving out here with his chosen or possessed in the top left.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to work out where his Demon Prince is for Warp Ritual and see if he can do... So his Demon Prince is there, isn't it? That's his Demon Prince.
He's there. He's ready to do Warp Ritual whenever the
Start racking them points
phase rolls around.
Yeah, absolutely. But chat, let us know how you think this game's going to go. We're rooting for... I mean, we have to secretly root for Blood Angels. I love Dom to pieces, but if you've got to champion the Golden Boys, haven't you? The Sanguinius' lads.
No, death to the false emperor.
Oh, Billy, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me.
No, but I do love a good, not necessarily underdog story, because Raf is a great player, but he is not the favourite in this game, just based on the army matchups.
Yep.
As far as player skill, they're quite evenly matched. They're both very good players, very, very good players. I mean, it's got them this far.
Absolutely.
So,
it's just going to be one of those cases of who blinks first, who comes out first, who stands out first. And I just wonder, my worry is with Raf is once he loses the eliminators and, like, for example, I can't remember if it's infiltrators or incursors, but once he starts losing that stuff, he has to then start sticking stuff out on objectives he doesn't really want to. He'll start hurting, you know what I mean? And sticking stuff to hold the banners up, you know?
He's got to use his Plasma Inceptors carefully, because they're his main advantage in this game. Is he does have a lot of Daka that he can chuck out, do not bad amount of wounds, and utilize them well, because on the creations of Bile side, there's not a lot of shooting, if any at all. Mainly just the flamers, to be fair. Yeah,
and also you were saying that the Disco Lord has some guns as well.
Yeah, so there's a flamer on the Disco Lord, there's the flamer on the rubrics, and then it's bolters on the Chosen. So not a lot of shooting at all, just a lot of little small arms fire.
No, absolutely, couldn't agree more with you. So yeah, so KG I think it looks like Dom going for that middle, really wanting to just camp out on objective 3. Looking at this.
He's
just measuring stuff out.
Super careful with his movement, not committing anything without knowing exactly what he needs to roll on the charge if he's going for the charge. Obviously not utilizing warp time, because he's positioning himself very well for Psychic Ritual. Warp Ritual, whichever one it is.
Yep. Absolutely. Warp Ritual, yeah.
Yep, that's the
also,
one.
like you said, banners, but both of these players knowing with 5 objectives that this game's going to be won or lost on the 3rd objective, the middle one, right? Because not only do you need it for primary, you also need it for banners. It's going to be one of those where I raise a banner on objective 3, you take it off. I put one up, you take it off. It's just going to be very much this constant back and forth trade. It'll lead to a high scoring game, but eventually somebody's going to be all traded out and not have anything to trade in return. And that's where, as soon as we get into sort of turn 4, even turn 5, it's going to be it's going to be really interesting who has stuff left. My fear is that Dom will have stuff left. That's how this Creations of Bile works. So we'll have to see. But I hope you're enjoying the coverage, everyone. Please let us know where you're watching. Let us know what you're doing this Sunday evening and what you've been up to this weekend. And if you're interested in a tournament and you're thinking, I'd like to go to a tournament in 2023. I'd like to take my Blood Angels and show these guys in the shed how I run my stuff, and you want to appear on the stream, then get to hellstormwargaming.co.uk/shop and you can buy tickets to our we've got 2 events already booked for 2023 and announced. We have one in February, which is all sold out, and we have one in April, the 18th and 19th of April, here in Sutton in Ashfield at Sanctuary Gaming Centre, and you can be here playing with us. Only a few tickets left. Our events do sell out quite quickly, so we'd love you to be here. And if you can't make either of those dates in February or April, we're going to have more dates announced. So keep an eye out in the summer. We'll have more dates soon, won't we?
That's it, and who knows? You could be in this position playing on stream in the final of our tournament, playing for the top prize of into the Hellstorm champion.
Champione. There you go. That's football. Actually, the World Cup did start. I need to see if need to see what games are going on. Actually, I know England play tomorrow.
Get some juicy World Cup banter going.
Exactly. Yeah, World Cup games in Qatar or 40k in Sutton and Asheville. I still know what I'd prefer.
Come on, guys. It's all about that.
It's all about the dice
about that
and
40k
the 40k
lifestyle.
All about that 40k. It's like that Mega Trainer song. All about that bass.
About that.
All about that. Dice, done, roll it, baby. No, stop now. I'm going to stop now. I'm going to cross over to the table now. Well, let's hear what the lads are saying. Let's hear what Dom's sort of thought process is. He's doing a slow advance, is the way to describe it. Creations of Bile.
Very careful.
KG.
Doesn't want to overexpose himself. He knows Raf's got a very powerful counter charge if he needs to use it.
Yep.
So he's being uber careful here.
Cool. Right, let's have a cross and see what the lads are talking about, shall we?
Okay. The chosen 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Two inches is so far, isn't it? 2 inches.
It's everything at times.
It is.
Just seeing what's behind us. Playing on camera.
Lots of his stuff.
Looks like those are the possessed coming out, maybe. See if I can get a better angle, actually. Or no, they might be the chosen, to be fair. Just coming out. Just coming out onto objective 2, on the front, trying to maybe just shield that objective.
I mean, stay in his.
I would argue they're a great target for plasma receptors, but
He needs a 1.
Dom just pushing out. He's got stuff hiding behind that building that can still hold that objective anyway. But
he's so good.
Everything in your book.
Wonder if there's a charge that could potentially be made.
When you play chaos. Yeah.
Right, so yeah, so I've just got back from looking at what's in reserve. We've got a unit of Warp Talons in reserve on Dom's side, and obviously the Sanguinary Guard with the axes on Raf's side. In terms of what's on the table here, you can see at the top of the screen the Disco Lord. He's supported by the Slaneshi Chosen. He's got the Khorne Chosen on an objective 2 down the bottom, pushing out big time with them. His Legionnaires are up top, and the objective 5 behind that ruin. His Accursed Cultists are behind the L in the middle of the board, not quite out onto objective 3. And looks like this is some possessed now moving out at the bottom of your screen here.
Yes, so there's a combination of chosen on objective 2 with they're in squads of 10, aren't they?
Yeah, it's
and then those are squads of 5 possessed. So yeah, some of the models look very similar. So it's hard from this distance, isn't it? So it's quite hard to sort of work out. But yeah,
it's in terms of base sizes that you really got to look at it from above.
Yeah.
A lot of the Chaos Space Marines are just guys in power armor, even though they've got various different tentacles coming off of them.
More tentacles, the better, though, if you ask me.
That's
right?
it. Dom's army is not quite as heavily converted as we saw from Jack, but it is a lovely converted army. Some real craftsmanship's gone into those conversions, and unless you're there playing, it's hard to see exactly what they're equipped with, but it is quite clear when you're actually there looking at the model. So it's the Khornate ones at the bottom of the screen and the Slaneshi ones at the top of the screen. Don't forget the Slaneshi ones at the top of the screen have the Black Rune of Damnation, and the Khornate ones at the bottom have the prayer cast on them, the Illusory Supplication.
I think another thing to sort of just flag as well is that, like, with Raf's secondary of Relentless Assault, basically getting stuff in Dom's deployment zone, I don't know what he's got next to do that. So, for example, if he loses the Eliminators on the left of your screen now, he's probably going to lose the ones on Objective 3 in the middle. I'm just a bit like, what next can get there for him? You know what I mean?
It would have to be a slingshot off of another unit. The danger with doing that is they fight on death.
Yeah. You'd have to move, get a really good charge, kill the thing to then either pile away or consolidate away. But the problem
Whittle it down in shooting,
Yeah.
maybe, so there's less to attack you back when you do engage them in combat.
Yeah, like I said, Raph doesn't have anything in Deep Strike Reserve, does he? Oh, he does.
He has the Sanguinary Guard with axes, yeah.
He's with axes, right? Okay,
Yeah,
so they
it's
could.
one 5-man squad with the axes in
Forgive me.
reserve.
So they could come into Dom's deployment zone. Dom doesn't seem to have shielded them out, has he? So.
I mean, the bottom of his screen has got the Zinch.
What flamers? So they can also
rubrics,
expand.
yeah.
Expect
So
scan.
that's a danger. So
Yep.
they can do that within 12 inches, I believe.
Yep.
Up top, he seems to have bubbled out, so it's going to really push him to sort of the back
corner.
middle.
Yep.
Or this bottom right-hand corner.
Just so Dom doesn't want anything coming in and pressuring the objective, right?
The back objectives, he's fully protecting those back objectives. It's come at me on objective number 2 and get shot with the flamers. Or I'm just going to screen you out from objective 5. How about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So we are now done with movement. So we're going to move to the psychic phase. So we'll cross back over to Dom.
The important one. So yeah, warp time. Get it without a perils. Last time I failed it and then perils. Basically.
That almost makes me feel better, but you didn't do that against me, so it's
yeah. So I'm just swapping ranks basically. So those ones go forward and they replace them.
Sure.
Yeah.
Same unit.
It just saves me digging in
yeah,
like that.
It's one unit. Yeah.
I just basically need 3 models on there to take off your banner. Sure. That is literally it.
And I have no idea what time range is, so I'm assuming they're well in. Cool.
What range is what time?
18, I think it is. But it's coming from there.
If Raph's asking, it's best to check, you know?
Yeah.
18 sounds right.
Sounds right.
Yeah.
So just a nice warp time there to but the warp time just checked there. We've got our TO mic in the room. Warp time's actually 12-inch range, not 18. So therefore the range of the spell unfortunately wasn't actually long enough to get there to their warp time then onto objective 3. No huge loss. No huge loss because it was one of those where it was going to take the banner down, yes, but like I don't think Dom necessarily needed that.
Was that the case? Because I thought warp time was on the Nurgle Demon Prince, which is just in that L alongside the cultist that he was trying to move up.
Did it come from the Thousand Sun rubrics? No, I don't know.
I might have overlooked that
No,
on the army list.
We'll check ourselves, but yeah, I think that's been checked at the table, so that has been taken back. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm sure the guys know what's on the list. Just have a look at that for your guys's
benefit.
Yep, benefit. Yeah, it's because everything that the rubrics have are like warp flamers, warp flame pistol, and then sneakily hidden in there
is warp time.
Warp time.
Yeah,
that's from the rubric Marines at the bottom of the screen, but obviously the range wasn't enough for this.
Billy, you ruined my song. Let's do the warp time again. It's just a teleport to the left. Sing it with me. And a step to
Guys,
the
please put in chat if you wish me to
right.
interrupt Tom every time he starts singing. I'm
Put
more
your
than
hands
happy
on
to
your
do so.
bolters. And shoot
Hey, I do like that, actually.
and pull the trigger in time.
Now, can you work Death to
the
the False Emperor in there? That's the real question.
It's only death to the false emperor.
Hey!
They're only good. Oh, I'm going to stop. Right, I'm so sorry, chat. Everyone who's like alt-tabbed and just listening to this is going to be like, why is there a cat dying on stream? Well, I can tell you it's me, guys. All right? So yeah, looks like psychic phase, just doing a few psychic powers. No, don't please interrupt. Guys, no! Don't back him up. Okay, it's all about me and my epic singing. This is what you really tuned in for. Could we have the like 40k X factor, 40k factor?
I think we could, but I think it would deafen everybody.
Okay, and
I can't imagine Wargamers being the most talented of singers.
Well, that's where you're wrong. Could you imagine? Do you remember Stars in Their Eyes? Yeah.
Yeah.
And tonight, Michael, I am going to be Cher. You know what I mean? And just me going through a cloud of smoke.
It would be good. We get the smoke coming on the studio door.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just
great.
come out. Maybe actually you can only be 40k characters and sing songs themed around those characters.
That's it. Yeah.
So it could be like you'd be like, I'd go and dress as a bad and I'd be like, I'd sing like "Bad to the Bone." You know what I mean? Sing like a song that's like a bad man song. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm bad to the bone.
As Gazgul, the boys are back in town.
No, yeah, just come in. I'm crumping and boys are back in town. I like it. See, chat, we have a great idea. A 40k talent show where you have to dress up as your favorite character and sing a song that they would sing. Yeah. And then, like, what the dream would be one day Henry Cavill comes and takes part. And, you know, I'm just saying. He'd turn up as Trajan Valoris, walk through the door in his golden armor, and sing, Spandau Ballet Gold. Gold!
Hey.
You will always believe in your soul. Right, I'll stop now. I actually will stop now. I'm sorry, everyone. A bad into the bun. See, Dave T gets it. Dave T gets it.
Get some Sisters of Battle.
Yeah, what would they sing?
They would sing "A Kiss to a Rose."
Oh, nice! I like it. See, we've got this down to a team. If anybody else has any other suggestions in chat of songs 40k characters could sing, we'll make notes and we'll make this TV show reality. Do you know, like on Netflix or Amazon Prime, there's stuff like Keeping Up with the Kardashians or like other trash things that people like to watch. Yeah, then there's going to be a 40k sing-song reality TV show. All right, I can see it one day in shining lights. Me and you, the hosts, Billy. All this is going on whilst I am missing a great game of 40k. So what we'll do is we'll cross back to the boys and we'll see how they're getting on.
And he dies.
Okay. Then we are going to flame with 2 rubrics into them.
Oops, sorry.
We interrupt the scheduled program of 40k Gaming to bring you more song titles thanks to chat that could be sung at a 40k reality TV show song singing contest. We need to come up with a better name for it, okay? Billy, would you like to give a rendition of Dave T's one?
Where am I looking?
Dave T, you suggested one.
I'll let you do the singing, Tom. You're the master of this.
Okay, it's orcs, by the way. So it'd have to be. Let's call like we've already had Gazgul. So think of another orc. Not Malachi. What's his name?
Makari.
Makari would come out and be like.
He's a little squeaky grot voice though.
Yeah, be like, "Wah, we're halfway there." Wah. See, that's what he'd do. Yeah,
it works.
Dave T,
it really works.
Your Night Lord Simon in chat. He's giving you a great suggestion for your boys. Do you want to do it?
That's it. I would love to see someone role play in Sevatar. A bat out of hell.
Richard just coming in like doing the "A bat out of hell we go when the morning comes." We're gonna get copyright strikes. You know that, don't you?
It's so accurate, Tom.
Yeah. Great suggestions. Please keep them all coming. All right. Tom Green, who let the war dogs out. Yes. Thank you so much, everybody, for your incredible suggestions. This show is one step closer to happening.
I've got one.
Oh, all right. Okay, go on. Tell me.
Mortarion.
Yes.
Singing.
Yeah.
Britney Spears. Toxic.
Yes, Billy, I'm telling you now. Right, if any other 40k content creator is watching this, please do not steal our idea. Okay, we're gonna make this happen. I'm excited for the fashion. Like, we all have to go away as Hellstorm team members and make our own fashion. Like, you know, that's what the thing is. I'm excited.
That's it.
Okay.
You could get
Who?
You could get the Lion.
Yeah.
And who's the Ultra Smurf boy?
Gilliman. You're gonna get a collab. Yeah.
Backstreet's back.
All right, like it.
When the Lion eventually does come back, that is.
We could get Valrak on board.
About a year for that.
We could get Valrak on board, yeah.
Oh.
He could do Rogel Dawn, yeah. And he could sing Jess Glynn, Hold My Hand, because he doesn't have a hand. And
that's a low blow to the
fun,
Imperial fists out there.
Yeah. Oh, why don't you hold my hand? I don't have a hand. I'm so sorry. It's been lost. The Hand of Dawn.
Any Blood Angels players?
Yeah.
Could even maybe tempt Raph to do it.
Maybe if Raph wins, he has to do it. That's the role.
Thinking about their Primarch.
What is it?
Kelly Clarkson. Since You've Been Gone.
Since You've Been Gone. There you go. Beautiful. Right. We are going to have to stop now because we're going to run away with ourselves. Also, I've noticed that we went from like 50 million views to 1. So if you managed to stick around throughout that, thank you so much. Right. We are actually going to join the boys now.
That one person that's really enjoying it.
Yeah,
you're welcome.
who's like, I've always wanted to hear Tom sing. No one has. Right. We're going to join the boys and actually listen to them 40k goodness.
I get the 12. Should I just add strategic scan now because I've completed it for the end of the game?
Yeah, you complete it at the next turn, so that's fine.
Cool. So that one's done. Interesting.
Come at me, bro.
Not sure why I would. Oh. And 3 bounce.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So how far would this be? We go 14. 14 to there.
Give you space.
And bring a model back there. It's basically an auto charge.
Do it.
So your save would be 3 up, because I'm a 3 up.
How it works?
What's his other stuff? Sorry.
Reroll wounds in combat.
And any other
mortals and
defensive stuff?
sixes. I can make him -1 damage, -1 to hit.
Okay.
Can use a CP reroll.
That's the famous one. That,
And he ignores where one of the wounds go through.
ignores one of them. Okay. And then 9 wounds, right? Okay.
And he heals 1 a turn. I think he always just gets 1 shot.
This one option is try to pick him up. The odds
Meganobs
are I
just
do.
smashed him. They just went in and just picked him up and threw him
was
across. Meganobs just all hit, all wound, and I failed all my saves. I was like, good. Good.
The crazy part of me is tempted for this party of I only hit you on 4s and can't reroll.
Hey man, we've all got, problems.
I have a lot of attacks. Oop.
Yeah, careful, Michael.
So I could actually pick up that unit. Sorry. Oh, put it down. Right, okay.
What do you want already? It's on the yellow.
Oh no.
7 advance and charge. That's fine. I'm actually that scared of how hard they hit. I mean, because everything kills me anyway. So, I need to quickly check a strat.
Well. We're here again. Creations of Bile on stream. Listening, radio fans. Yep.
Awkwardly, you're on the wrong side.
Oh, sorry. Okay, but yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Oh, you.
Oh, just let it.
Billy. Right, whilst those lads are doing just a little bit of movement shenanigans and totting some points out, yeah, we've had some fantastic suggestions. We've decided this is no longer a 40k stream. Mikey's gonna hate this, but we are changing this stream to Mikey. Just so you know, Mikey's off screen right now. Me and Billy come up with a 40k reality TV show that's a talent competition where it's the stars in their eyes. Go stand over there so you can see your reaction. Stand there so we can see your reaction when I pitch this to you, okay? You've seen the stars in their eyes where they do like, tonight, Michael, I'm going to be Shania Twain, yeah? What we do, but you go in normal, you come out as a 40k character, and you have to sing a song themed around that 40k character. So we had Mortarian, and he has to sing Britney Spears' Toxic. How good would that be? We've had great suggestions. I said for Rogel Dawn, Hold My Hand by Jessica, because he doesn't have a hand. So this is the new show. This is fantastic. This is content. Nobody wants to see people roll dice. They want to see people sing. Valrak dressed as Jess Glynn would be fantastic. All right. Had some great ones in chat. We've had Custody singing Gold, Spandau Ballet. No? Okay, cool. Morgan Ra, Highway to Hell. I like that one.
Yeah, that's a good
Give
one.
my highway to hell. Copyright claim coming in soon. Don't call me a tool. I'd make Electric Dreams. That could also work for Necrons. You could come out as like Cesareg or like something like that. Yeah. Any other suggestions from you? We had one a minute ago.
Someone's just put Celestine Faith.
Yes.
The Limp Bizkit version. You could also do.
You said White Scars. You had a suggestion for White Scars. You could come out as the Khan.
Yeah. Rolling.
Just keep rolling. That's what I'm saying. There's so many options. This is the show we all wanted and needed, but we just didn't know until today. Guys, I'm so excited. I feel like I've created something new. Who cares about a movement phase when you can sing songs? Any other suggestions? Keep your suggestions coming. Rogel Dawn, Yellow Submarine. It's fine. It's not as good as Jess Glynn, Hold My Hand. Making Valrak cry as he has to sing that song. That'd be very good, wouldn't it? I'm thinking, if anyone can come up with a good guard one, we've not had a guard faction one yet for maybe Yarick or Creed or something like that. Yeah, we could do with something like that.
There,
Yeah, I think of something like that, maybe. Guys, loving it. Right, we actually will take you back to the board now, though. All right. And as we can see, the movement phase is on for Raph. Yep.
So he's slinging these golden boys.
That
Is
looks like maybe the ancient or the priest. Let's have a look, see if we can see. It's the Sang priest.
The
There he
Sang
is.
priest. He's going
Towards
straight
objective
up.
4.
He's sending that Sang priest.
Jimmy, yes, I am fired. However, it's the final game of the day, so like, if he's going to fire us, we were going home anyway.
The damage has been done. It's too late now, guys.
You know, it's that thing where if you ever quit your job at work, right, and you just like, it's my final day, I don't give a. You know, you just like, that's what it is. It's like last day of school sort of vibes. You can't put me in detention. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. Yarik, dead or alive? That's a great suggestion from Gitley Gaming. Votan, Windrose, Diggy Diggy Hole. You know that one? I don't know that one.
Is this a Minecraft?
Oh, is it the Diggy Diggy Hole? Is it that one?
I've no idea.
Oh, I think it might be, you know.
No idea. I
That's
need
good.
to up my meme song knowledge.
What did I suggest for Votan? Off counting something about being short. What was it? Can you remember what it was? You had a good calm one. You could go in as Angron, come out as Angron, and what could you sing? Sophie expects to sound. What was it?
Oh, Murder on the Dance Floor.
It's murder on the dance floor. Yeah, you better not kill the moves, DJ. And we'd have to change the lyrics to make them fit, obviously. You know what I mean? So, Tom, Blaze of Glory. Yeah, but who for? I can't sing that one. Going out in a blaze of glory. Yeah, because this is my final ever time appearing on Hellstormwargaming. But let's have a look at actual 40k. Okay.
Yeah, we've got Death Company moving up objective 4, probably preparing a charge into the Lord Discordant and or the Chosen up there. It's dangerous to go into those Chosen. Marcus Sanesh gives them essentially fight first. So they'll count as charging.
Yep.
For anything that charges them. Sanguinary Guard down there on objective 1. I don't think he's angling too much for a charge, but it'd be tempting fate because that is a big squad of Chosen to be being charged at the Sanguinary Guard if he doesn't charge there. It'd be interesting to see what Raph does. I'm sure he's got a plan. Sanguinary Priest moving up, giving some buffs to the Death Company there, while staying out of line of sight of any little shooting that Dom may have. And then it's sort of... has he brought that unit of Sangard in the back of his deployment zone? Has he deep struck them in?
No, I don't.
Them being there.
No, I don't think so. I think those were. I think those. If I look this way, mate, I think because he's got one on the border on the right there in front of the blue container, and then he has one over here. So I think they might have been.
He's just shifted them around, right?
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine.
Because he's still definitely got one in the deep strike, hasn't he? So
That's it,
you see the Death Company there. They've gone like set onto objective 4, maybe heading to Thunderhammer the Disco Lord. Try and deal with him.
That's
yeah.
It, yeah.
Other Death Company with the power swords just sitting at the back still, waiting for a trade, maybe.
That's it. They're waiting
for the
something,
Eliminators.
probably to move up onto objective 3. He's waiting for that commitment onto objective 3. And
Looks
see
like
if
the
he can
Plasma
trade off
Boys coming out for some shots onto some Chosen. That's what I would do personally, and I think that was what his plan was.
Yeah, it's a big squad. That is the squad that he has the Illusory Supplication on, I believe. So half of these shots won't be as effective as what Raph would like because they can only hit on a 4 or better and can't re-roll anything.
It means also overcharging means it's a bit more risky, right? He's not going to get them re-roll 1s if he needs it.
Yeah, that's it. So you can't re-roll them, so any 1s would be blowing up a Plasma Inceptor. Is that Dante on the bottom level there with the Death Company?
It is,
Let's see
yes.
if he moves him out, if he wants to commit Dante
Just
this
chilling on the bottom there, isn't he? So, looking at the side of the of Dom, though, again, still great amounts of bodies just piling forward, so a lot of control.
You can see that Raph is really limiting what he's exposing. He doesn't want to commit too early. He's really got to trade off these pieces cleverly because of the fight on death from the creations of Bile.
Nice cagey little turn again from the Blood Angels. Just he's playing for the objectives he knows he can get and needs. Yeah, trying to hold off maybe for this. Maybe just trying to gift Dom a few charges in places where he's not bothered about losing things again. He's thinking Death Company straight into the Disco Lord. Hopefully pick that up for the Fury of the Lost Points. And just maybe hide the Sangard. Try and deal with the Chosen with some Plasma. Maybe charge through the terrain to avoid Overwatch. Not that really they've got that much Overwatch to worry about, but you know. Cagey, but he's just trying to stay in the game. Seeing what Bile do next.
That's it. So he definitely tell that he's playing the long game there. He's pulled the Eliminators back off of Objective 3 after putting the banners up. He's already got that banners there. He's saying, You know what? If you want to bring those accursed cultists or demon prince out onto objective 3,
Yep.
be my guest. I've got a unit of Death Company waiting for them, sort of thing.
Interested to see if he just ignores Relentless Assault this turn as well. Doesn't look like he's putting anything forward for a charge to then get into the deployment zone, but I could be wrong.
It's hard to say. It depends on how well he rolls against that Lord Discordant, if that is his target.
So then what, scoot around the outside, getting a big
Potentially,
high charge?
yeah. Don't forget the deployment zones on this map are quite far forward.
Yep.
Compared to maybe a Hammer of... a Dawn of War deployment style.
Yep.
So it's not a great deal of distance for him to move to get into that deployment zone.
Thanks to everyone for the epic suggestions of songs that we should have on our reality TV show. Just so you know, Gately, I've already had Gold by Spandau Ballet and Trajan Valorius because I think Henry Cavill should do it. That is my suggestion. Copyright Tom, Hellstorm Tom forever and ever and ever. All right.
I think he'd be up for it. Just everyone that's got
Tweet
a contact to him, just tweet him.
Yeah. Well, no one's on Twitter anymore, are they? But you know.
Oh.
I know. Nice little scan of the deployments here for the Blood Angels. You see they're still just casually sitting in his deployment zone, making sure that he has the protection and the units that he wants to then come out and retaliate. He knows that Dom will have to go and sit on objective 3 next turn. They're lined up behind the wall. He's got Death Company with power swords. He's got some eliminators and the Sang Priest there as well. Maybe putting the Sang Priest there for an Angel Sacrifice so he can send them in and use the Angel Sacrifice as sort of a bit of a bait and be like, look, you can only hit him now, which is a huge stratagem for the Blood Angels. I love it.
Really useful.
And then looking over this way as well. Again, you got that 14-inch move from the banner, Wrath of Bile, granting obsec to everything there as well. At some point, I think he's going to have to go forward from that objective and start pushing towards objective 2. But I think he's going to have to just judge that on how well he does with those plasma
He's
Inceptors.
probably hoping for to take quite a few of those chosen off. Make that charge next turn a bit longer. If he needs to, he might commit those Sanguinary Guard, but they seem to have quite a long charge ahead of them.
And look what's dropped in that bottom right corner. He hasn't forgot about Relentless Assault.
They're here, boys.
There are your axe-wielding Sangard.
That's it. So is that a unit of Possessed, I believe, at the back there, looking at the larger base size? That might be the other unit of Possessed.
So at the back, those are Warp Flamers there.
Oh, of course they are. Yeah, sorry. They're the Warp Flamers.
Dom is just saying as well, he's saying, like, look, if I Overwatch with Auspex Scan, which he is, with 5 Warp Flamers, how many hits is he getting? Now, the other thing to know here is that these Sangard are still on a 2-up because they're stood on the cover, which is the crater.
That's it, yep.
And they've got Armor of Contempt, so Warp Flame is at -2. So Dom's still going for it, hoping he fails a few ones. But I think it's a good shout. You know what I mean? Still getting those Relentless Assault points,
It's an expensive one. It's 2 CP.
Yep.
But let's see if he can sneak some damage into them.
Absolutely. Yes, Dave Tito. Yep, absolutely. SG still got their nice 2+ save. Looks like Dom rolled nicely on the Warp Flamers. Needs to wound, and then we'll see how we get. But again, forced to wound should be doable, right?
Yeah. Again, Dom was planning for this. He screened out that objective number 5 on the right-hand side quite well. And he's basically said, look, if you want to come down, you're coming down either in the middle of the board, not near an objective, or near this objective on the left-hand side, number 1. This is the wound roll. Let's see.
Looks about... Well, I mean, it is 4s, so it's like 50-50 anyway, isn't it? So we'll see how many 2-ups can be passed here by Raph. Perks of having Sangard on a 2+ save, mate. And in cover and Armor of Contempt. Here we go. How many ones? It's a wound. There are 1 wound. Is it a decent trade? Probably not, but I think you have to give it a go anyway, don't you?
You've got to give it a go. Every Sangard down is a big win for Dom because they just dish out so much damage.
Yep. And Raph's point of view, he's going to get 4 points again for a Relentless Assault. I mean, unless something goes wrong, but I don't imagine it will do. And even if he doesn't make that 8-inch charge, still a nuisance for him to have to deal with. Quite tough stood on that crater. So it's not a bad thing at all. Shooting now, so it looks like we're going to pass over to the boys and we'll see what happens.
One minute, APG.
There you
Cool.
go.
Death Company will throw a crack grenade at them.
Box.
Yeah.
Hits. Does wounds.
Okay.
What other shooting I got? Illuminators. Shoot him as well.
Okay.
They got reroll ones, whatever it's worth.
Because they're snipers.
So?
Because they're snipers.
Oh, is there a unit first? Oh, okay. They'll shoot over here then.
Okay.
the two they can see. That was silly. Yeah, just shoot into here.
Yep.
Last fusel. Misses.
Can't reroll.
Bolt carbine. Hits.
Hits.
Doesn't wound. That was exciting.
I like that. That's cool.
What else we got? Not much. That's the answer. These guys. That's the possessed. Overcharging. First one.
Is that how many shots?
Yeah.
Dead.
Reroll one.
Can't reroll.
Yes, you can. I'm shooting them.
Oh, possessed.
Yeah. Definitely not shooting the.
Yeah. I was licking my lips then.
Not overcharging. I'll happily put the blast in. Two. One dice. And then a fifth one. Let me see. Top has 5, yeah?
Yeah. Many dice needed.
11.
Let's look at my special whale dice. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I'm not CP reroll, so 3 damage each.
2 each. Yeah.
Oh, 1, 2, 3,
4. Unit gone.
AP3, right?
AP4.
Easy peasy.
Right.
Light work.
These guys will shoot into the. These guys?
How bloody dare you?
6 wounds, AP2.
3 up saves. So 1 damage, right?
Yep.
Oh, I'm a G, apart from that.
Kill
Look at me go.
Whirlwind. Do those guys re-go as well? The cultists?
No.
So it's just this annoying huge unit over here that does that.
Mhm.
Right. I'll just put some shots into here.
Mhm.
8. Fours.
Okay.
Moment. No AP. Very exciting for everyone. Actually, yeah.
Awesome.
Charges.
Yeah, control 10 against that roll, wouldn't you?
I actually could see him.
Oh,
But,
okay.
I didn't realize until after I rolled it. Death Company into Lord of Squadron.
2 up versus. Yeah, I'll overwatch with him. Oh, come on, man! 3s. 1 mortal wound and 3 saves.
The other model winners are shooting as well.
Mhm.
Nice.
AP2.
Inner paints.
2 damage each.
I failed one.
Only one went through.
One went through and then a model win from the other thing. So
Right.
from the one guy takes 1 win.
Can you stop?
Death Company soaking up that Overwatch. I mean, Dom didn't roll well anyway on the Bale flavor, but that's nice. And now the question is, do they make it in with that charge?
Yep,
What's
come
he got?
over.
Has he got a
Good
Yeah,
six?
they're coming
Yeah.
over into the Disco Lord.
Yep. Thunder hammers for days.
That's it. I think he's going to dedicate everything in. I don't think his charge is chosen as well because they're tucked in behind those containers.
Yeah, Dave T saying Disco Lord gonna have a bad day. Yes, I think this is a great target for the Disco Lord with those 3 damage Thunder hammers. Also, these guys are buffed up, I believe. So.
But don't forget that
-2
that Lord Discordant does have the +1 save for his Gorget. He's also got the 4+ invul if he gets him down to it. So
not
he's
using
actually
it.
getting essentially a +2 to his armor save because of the relic that he's got and what's it called? Armor of Contempt.
Yep.
So
That's the thing. Thunderhammer's only -2, so it depends if these are in the Assault Doctrine for the -3.
Right.
It'll be a 2 or a 3+ save then
Yeah,
on them.
so still gonna have a decent whack at a save then. Yeah.
But yeah, as you say, everything that does go through is going to be 3 damage.
Yep.
9 wounds on a Disco Lord, so he's only got to fail. He's only got to roll 3 ones.
Yep.
But don't forget, it does not blow up, but it does do mortal wounds on death.
And also fights on death,
And
right?
fights on
because
death as well.
it's children of not children of Bile, creations of
Creations
Bile.
of Bile.
Children of Bile's a song as well. Now I'm joking. Right, this looks like this is Thunderhammer goodness, and it looks like they're buffed up with the Assault Doctrine. Look at the amount of attacks he's done. So we'll see.
I knocked that, but that was a hit. Bad hit, so that's better.
Ew.
3 miss, so 22
Yucky.
hits.
That's very yucky. Are these all Thunder hammers?
Yep.
My God, it's beautiful.
5, 10, 15, 19 wins.
Oh, what strength are they?
8 +1 to win.
Just roll a handful and see what happens, eh?
You got no CP, so
AP,
3.
so 3 ups.
No, 5 ups.
Why?
Because I'm armor save 3 up.
What?
You take my armor save, right?
No.
Oh. I thought that's what you said. That was the defensive thing. That's what I was.
No, the easiest way to work it out is if whatever your AP is.
Oh, it's my AP. Right.
Yeah.
Sorry. So AP 3.
Yeah. So ignore the first one, and then how much damage are these?
3 each.
3 each. So,
You're dead.
Yeah, he's dead.
His defensive kit. I just
Yeah,
understood exactly what it is.
So I'm +1 armor save with armor contempt, and then I've got a 2 up save. So the best way to work it out.
Which is why I thought it was
the
the way you phrased it, I thought it was a relic that transferred armor save, but that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
You've got 2 up save. yeah, basically.
Yeah. So his first lot of attack.
Before you do anything, does it match? No, it doesn't matter the die.
Okay. 2 misses. So 2 mortal wounds so far, and 4 wounds, AP3.
4 wounds. 2 fail damage.
2.
So first one dies, second one dies, and then 2 more wounds.
Well, I've still got stuff to
That's
show.
right. Yeah.
But
So 2 dead.
get in the box. Another mortal wounds. And another mortal wounds, and so these are AP2, 2 damage.
Fine.
That's 4
So 4 mortal wounds. Plus the 2 guys that are dead. So 4 guys now.
Okay, so then my last attacks.
Oh, it's more attacks.
And 2 wolfish 6s. So 2 wounds, AP nothing.
Fine.
Okay.
Good trade there, in my opinion. Disco Lord, and he's lost 4 Death Company in return.
Yeah, Flames of the Spike coming off well. I don't believe
got
he's
him
forgot, but it should be coming up in a second for the mortal wounds on death, unless he's already rolled for it and it failed.
Maybe, I don't know. But all that's happening is we're doing the morale now for the Death Company. So he must have either done it or forgotten about it. But Death Company look like they're gone because Death Company have absolutely trash leadership.
He's gone. That must be the mortal wounds coming through.
No, that was the leadership. Definitely.
Oh, was that leadership?
Yeah. So
Sorry, yeah.
either way, that was not going to survive because Death Company had leadership 7. You know why are they leadership 7? I will never know because they should have the Black Rage should make them fearless, right?
It should do, yeah. When you think about the Chaos Space Marines, they're pretty much across the board now.
Yep.
Leadership 9 on their champions.
Yep.
They're just angry boys. And so are Death Company. So
Yeah.
make those Leadership 9 as well.
So, racked up points there for Raph. He went first, so that's turn 2 done for him. He's got 4 points on Fury of the Lost because he killed the Disco Lord. He also got some more points for Relentless Assault because he's got, again, more things in his opponent's deployment zone that are in his deployment zone. Really strong for the Relentless Assault at 8 points. Nice start from Raph. He's racked up 40 points. And we're now into Dom. Dom, on 23. 8 points for taking on because he isn't holding more. He's holding 2, but not more. That middle objective 3, he's going to get pressure now this turn. Let's not kid ourselves. The big advance is on. Looks like he's going to be pressuring objective 4 as well.
That's
really
it. That's
trying
his,
to...
Chaos Chosen, the Slaneshi Marks ones, they're not wasting any time getting up towards objective 4.
And as you can see, those... He's left those Sangard in a place where they can heroic intervene 6 with a stratagem.
Yep,
really
so
cleverly, just put them out of range, but also if you come too near me, mate, I'm going to come in there and start attacking you if I need to. The only problem is that Raph is going to potentially lose objective 4 now. And that means that he's going to start hurting him on the primary. Now, Raph has a great start on the primary, but he's heading into his next turn. He could end up with like maybe 4 points on taking hold for holding maybe 1. Maybe just holding his home objective, number 1. So we'll see what happens. Interested to see whether Dom pushes both flanks and the middle at the same time and just goes full guns blazing, or whether he leaves, whether he basically just toes onto objective 3 and leaves stuff behind the L, but then does full send on objective 2-1. So does that big shunt across there, which he's doing now. And then all I'm thinking about objective 3 is that maybe he just needs to just get onto there with something, a warp ritual, just be like, it's a safe bet now, I'm okay, you know what I mean? So
potentially, yeah. Don't forget he's lost the Possessed on the bottom of the board, so it's just the Chosen walking up now.
Yep.
And maybe he's going to keep those Rubric Marines there to deal with the Sanguinary Guard. Not that their Flamers did a lot in Overwatch, though.
No, they weren't great, were they?
No.
So my question is now, do the Flamers have what it takes to deal with the Sangard at the bottom right?
I don't think they do. They might take a Sanguinary Guard or 2 off.
Yeah.
But
still
they do
only
have
2
a
for
Smite.
save. Yeah, have a Smite, which will go straight through their epic armor save, right?
Yeah.
And there's no way for Blood Angels to shrug Mauls either. So, not in a stratagem form or anything like that. So,
No.
So let's say we're going to have a big old movement phase right now again, as we have been seeing. This is the thing when you have such high model count. Those are 5 possessed, just wheeling around the edge of that building. Looks like they're going straight towards the Death Company, which have power swords, and you'll see the Sang Priest there as well. Yes, thank you. We see that. We see that, Dom. We got you. And yes, we see that direction as well. But I really like the placement of the Sang Priest, because the Sang Priest, again, can heroically intervene around those Death Company, and Angel Sacrifice protecting them. So we just have Raph going to the toilet, and just remember to take his microphone off, otherwise he'll be singing halfway to the toilet, right? It'll be very funny.
He's taking part in the singing competition. He's just gone to go get changed.
He just also doesn't know he's taking part in it yet.
That's it, yeah, that's it. He's going to come out as Dante.
Yes.
Gold mask and all.
Trying to think what Dante would sing. He's very old, so maybe Old Before I Die, Robbie Williams. Maybe we can think of something better. I don't know.
Dante.
What
Set
would Dante
minds to
sing?
it.
Yeah. What would Dante? No, it's gonna do my head in. Right, I'll stop now. But thank you so much for joining us in chat. We appreciate you watching us. We'll get an update from Nick if he's ready. Nick can give us an update on how the scores are looking across the board for the rest of our tables and see what's happening. And as you can see, Dom just doing a lot of shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. That's what the creation's about, right?
That's it. So he's got his Accursed Cultist and maybe regular Cultist moving up onto that center objective there. Obviously, he's going to be wanting to put out a Warp Ritual on here to score himself another 3 points there. Well, it's not 3, it goes up to 7, doesn't it?
7, 3, 7, 12. So we're about to cross to the legend that is Nick Lamborn for In the Nick of Time. Nick, we have a request from chat that you open your broadcast by singing Staying Alive. This Dave T has requested that. So can you open your Staying Alive? Staying Alive, the song. Yeah? In 3, 2, 1.
Ha ha ha. Staying alive. Staying alive. And I'd just like to take this opportunity to apologise for those noises that were coming from clearly the warp earlier on, that someone might have referred to as singing, but they were clearly wrong. So, to give you some updates, obviously we're into the final round of Hellstorm X. It's not 10, it's not Hellstorm 10, it's Hellstorm X. just to refer to it by the correct name. Mikey keeps calling it 10, but he's clearly wrong. So obviously we have Dom and Raphael on the stream at the moment, who have both won 5 games, lost 1. For those people interested in points and where people are falling at the moment, Dom is currently at the top of the board on BCP with 482 points. Raphael is in second place with 452. Then, looking down the scoreboards for those people who have won 4 games and lost 1 so far and are playing their last game, we have Mark Pilkington on 434, that's Emperor's Children. We have Ben Pearce with his Harlequins at 433. We have Colin Micklethwaite with his Leviathan Tyranids at 408. We have John Holland with his Iron Hands at 408. We have Jack Masters with Orcs, Goth Orcs at 405. And then we have Jack Doddy with Creations of Bile at 395. And for those who are interested, the tables are currently on at the moment. We have Table 3, where the Harlequins, Bens, are against... sorry, I'm reading my own writing. I can't read. Astra Militarum, one of the 2 Astra Militarum plays that we've got here this weekend. On Table 9, we have the Thousand Suns versus the Creations of Bile. The ones I just referred to. With Jack. Table 11, we have the Orcs versus the Nids. That's Colin versus Masters. And then on Table 15, we have John versus Mark. And just for those who would like to know, just because I'm curious, you might have heard a War earlier on. You've been hearing them all weekend from the same player, Magoo. It turns out on Table 6, his War boss is actually alive. He's been hiding in a building all this game, and he's actually managed to call a War while he was still living. But for those who are interested, the points I gave out, those people essentially are in a chance with either coming 2nd or 3rd, depending on how the stream game goes. If Dom loses, he needs to score low, and he'll drop down and won't be able to place in 2nd. But if Raphael loses, he needs to score a bit higher, and obviously hope that those who have won 4 games are not going to score well in their games. But that's me in the nick of time. Back to you at the studio.
Thank you so much, Mr. Nick Lamborn, for that epic update from around the grounds, around the tables here at Into the Hellstorm X. If you're just joining us, you are joining us on round 6 of an epic weekend of games. I am Hellstorm Tom.
I am Hellstorm Billy.
And we're here for probably the next hour and a bit, guiding you through your Sunday evening with... Not sure what the hell that was, but that was sensational.
That was the voice of an angel.
Voice of something. And we're here to guide you through the next hour or so. So whatever plans you did have for Sunday night, you don't have them anymore. It's lovely to see so many names in chat that we've not seen before as well. So I hope you're enjoying the coverage of Creations of Bile versus Blood Angels. And if you are in chat right now, and you've caught a little bit of this coverage, or you've been with us for a few games right now, what we'd really love you to do is give the stream a like, and more importantly, if you feel like you've got £2 in your back pocket, we'd really love you to look at the donation tiers for us, to become a member, gives you access to our epic Discord, to chat to us on a daily basis, even about these games and stuff like that. And also, we're doing this out of the goodness of our heart, giving away our epic weekends of probably sitting and watching crap on the television.
Yeah, actually getting my Orc army painted.
Exactly.
That's what I'm sacrificing.
We could be doing so much more, but no, we're here to provide you with some entertainment and some top-level, top-tier 40k. If you feel like you have a couple extra quid and you want to show your appreciation for our singing, yeah,
that's it.
And
You've got to hit that like button, like the video, subscribe in any way you can, whether it's on our tiered list or any way you can show support for us. It goes a long way for the channel. We can improve this lush studio that we're in. We can provide more 40k content and some content for other game systems as well. Just show your support. Let us know. Comment down below and keep it rolling, guys. Show your support in any way you can.
And people like Balrock coming through.
Instantly
picking up the smile on my face and the energy. Thank you so much, buddy. £10 for a couple of beers. It literally will be a couple of beers tonight by the time we've packed away and put the many tables of terrain out. Thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate it. People
legend,
like you,
mate. Legend,
icon, legend, and we'll have a collab sing-song on my reality TV show at some point.
That's it. That's it.
Back to the 40k coverage. We have Raph with his Blood Angels doing a sterling job. He went first in this game, and we're at the bottom of round 2. We're seeing the Creations of Bile slime their way up the board. Shall we see where Dom's got to in his movement phase?
Let's see what's happening, guys.
So, as we can see, in Dom's movement phase, the Creations of Bile starting to do what they do good. So many bodies that are really hard to shift, marching up the board. He's taken Objective 3, pulled the banner down, got onto Objective 4 as well. Loving the constant swarm, trying to get into combat, trying to fight some stuff. Also, have to say, big up to you, Jay Taylor,
What a
coming through,
legend.
joining the Icon Club, the Legend Club. There's only 4 people in the Legend Club. It's me, it's you, Jay Taylor, and Balrock. Do you know what you get in the Legend Club?
I've no idea, Tom. What do we get?
Special hugs and cuddles.
That's it.
Jay Taylor gets a special hug and a cuddle.
Cash your tokens in anytime.
Yes, and if you're lucky, I'll give you a back rub. Oh! But thank you so much, lads. Appreciate it. That's extra base. Me and Billy now might have a hangover on Monday. This is what it is. It's like a scale of, so far we're just going to be merry and we'll enjoy, you know, the alarm might hurt a little bit on Monday. Depending where we get to by the end of the stream, it's like, we're in trouble. Help, but thank you so much. Let's show you the board again. So as we were saying, Dom, doing Dom things and moving forward.
That's it, yeah.
He's also wondering, I guess, how he's going to deal with us Sangard. Looking at this, it looks like there's some psychic shenanigans going into there. Mortal wounded one of the Sangard off, just as we spoke.
Probably the smite coming across there from the
rubrics. Yeah. And if I'm Dom right now, I feel like he probably's got a bit more pressure than he thought he would have at this stage. Just because his points aren't as probably in the space that he'd want. Now, I would imagine War Ritual is or has gone off, yeah? Or he's about to, again. That Demon Prince just sat behind the wall. I'd imagine that Demon Prince is going to manage it all game. 12 points is probably in the bag there because he's going to have so many attempts at it. You only need to do it 3 times. You got 5 turns, right?
That's it, yeah.
And then the rest of the stuff, I'd imagine, is just a case of holding those 3 objectives now. 3, 5, and 2. Pressuring that number 4 and seeing where he gets to in the next couple of turns. But Raf's still got plenty of tools at his disposal.
That's it. He seems to be move blocking the corridor between the crates and that else in the middle of the board with his eliminators.
Eliminators, yes.
That's
just
the
trying
word.
to stop them getting through, so they have to charge the eliminators,
that's
right?
It. We'll see if he wants to try and wipe them off with shooting or charge them.
Yep.
On Dom's end.
So looks like we're going to go into some shooting now. So we'll let the lads take it away, guide us through the shooting phase, and then we'll be into some sexy, juicy charges, and that's what the creations of Bile excel at.
3, 2, 6, 2, 2, plus 2.
What we got?
3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 2 ups.
5, 10, 13.
Not a sausage.
That, my friends, was Walt Flamers from these Thousand Suns doing absolutely nothing onto the Sangard, and we said Sangard and cover hard to shift, right?
That's it. 2+ save, armor of contempt, +1 for being in cover. It's hard to get through.
Again, and also like the promise, those Sangard now 12-inch movement, gonna start causing havoc around objective 2, right? They're going to stay in the deployment zone to try and score Relentless Assault, which is the Blood Angel secondary.
Yep.
And also just maybe start chipping away. Really making Dom worry if he has to dedicate stuff backwards, yeah?
That's it, yeah.
Yep.
I mean, Dom's strategy has to be pushed forward. He doesn't want to commit too much back into his backfield. So those Sand Green Guard are going to be a real problem for him.
Charge made by the Possessed right now. You'll be able to see them coming through, going into the Death Company. And this is when I think this is what Raf's planned for, that Sang Priest. Hopefully within Heroic Intervention range. I would imagine Heroic Intervene, Angel Sacrifice, go, all right, mate, you're going to take me, but I'll tell you what, you are not going to deal with my Death Company. And then all of a sudden, Power Sword attacks coming in. They've already fought, remember, because they have to fight the Sang Priest.
Yep.
And that means that the Power Sword just going straight through those Possessed, yeah? So many attacks as well.
I'm pretty sure that's the angle.
Yep.
If Dom has positioned himself to avoid the Heroic Intervention, but I don't think he can if he wants to make contact with them that Death Company.
And look at this. This is great placement as well from Raf. So those can Heroic Intervene 6, and you'll be able to see that front one towing on. He's trying to get there on a charge, but the second he gets there, he's in Heroic Intervention range. That's what I think is going on. So he's gone round the other side, just trying to stay out of range. And then he'll pile in afterwards, yeah?
That's it. He's got to keep his line of Chosen coming in away from that front that front Blood Angel to avoid the Sanguine Guard heroically intervening.
So now it's in the charge phase. Let's cross over to the board and let's see how Dom manages to avoid that Heroic Intervention.
I'm not moving enough. Go. 7 from him actually gets him over the other side of the wall. These ones.
And they have a 5 up in their pain.
Yeah, -1 wound. And I've tried to stay out of the 6-inch work. Okay.
Cool.
Charge. What is the charge? The Sandguard here.
3, 6, 7-ish, brother.
7.
7.
7. I'd love a slap first there. We're just going to the eliminators, so because you might heroic over and do some stuff. Yes, chance of dying as well. 10.
So it looks like that charge has made it, which is nice. I think that's a really good move because I think that's really nice. So I really like the play that he's done here, just avoiding that heroic intervention, and he's taken that objective, right? He's going to take it from those infiltrators. We also have the Chosen. You'll be able to see on the right here, tooled up to the nines with accursed weapons. Yeah,
Yep,
a couple of
that's what the
power fists
Chosen's
in there
about,
as
yeah.
well. Going into the eliminators because that's all they can charge. A great move block. But again, those eliminators are going to be in a lot of trouble, and that also puts a huge blob of 10 in Raph's lines that he's going to have to deal with. And if they get the
Yeah, don't forget they got the Sanguinary Guard there. That's why he's sort of
Avoiding
tailing off
the-
to one side.
Yeah.
They've also got the 6-inch heroic intervention, so he needs to give that Sanguinary Guard there in front of that blue crate a wide berth.
Yeah. Interesting to see as well. I still think that there's going to be a lot crashing home here, but I'm also worried that interesting to see if any sort of like, again, angel sacrificey stuff is in play here. Like, we'll see what happens. Hope you guys are enjoying the coverage so far. Let us know which way you think this is going to go, and we will hopefully have an epic turn 2 combat phase, right? Loads
I'm
of
sure
slapping
there
around.
will be. Dom's going in there full blaze with his Chosen. The Chosen ripping combat. They really are good. They're pretty much the same as the Terminators in combat. They got the same amount of attacks, the same weapon essentially. You can even give them power fists as well.
Yep.
So we'll see. I've got a feeling those eliminators will be going. It's what he can do with the consolidate move afterwards. Can he touch that Death Guard? Does he want to, not Death Guard, sorry, Death Company. Does he want to touch that Death Company, or does he want to come towards Raph's back line there?
Yep, absolutely. So three charges landing home. You've got a charge on objective 4. Looks like he's going to flip that objective. Also takes the banner off as well. You got to remember those Chosen coming in on the eliminators. Nice move block. And there's no. We'll have to see if there's any heroic interventions. I don't think there's been a decision yet on the table about that. It looks like Dom's not finished his charge phase yet, so we will see. I think Dom just waiting for the moment he says yes, and then we'll have to see if Raph responds with any heroic interventions. He's also charged at the bottom right as well. You'll see into the Sandguard on the crater as well. So, wondering also maybe as well where he fights first. Look at Raph's CP. He does have 2, so he can either interrupt somewhere, or he can use Angel Sacrifice as a strat.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is going to hand back to the boys. It looks like they're coming towards the fight phase now.
How much attacks do they have each?
5. And weirdly, there's Possessed Sergeant. Makes absolutely no sense. And then he's just going to rotate around. He's going to plunk on through. Straight on through to the other side. -1 hit, am I?
Nope. Not going to stop him.
So, 3s.
3s and 3s.
And strength 5 for the 3s. Oh, Willie. We did a nice spike here.
Ah, you'll be fine. If it's Marines with a 6-up Finland, they're dead.
Better. 3, 6, 9, 8.
Stop. I don't think I've ever heard anyone use the word Willy on stream before. Such a challenging way. Willy!
2, 4, 6, 8, yeah?
Yeah.
AP2, right? So 3 fell. 2 damage each.
Mm-hmm.
First one. Second one. Two dice. Yeah.
Okay. Who are you gonna pull?
Ghostbusters.
Okay, so I'll go over there now.
I'll interrupt you.
Yep.
Four.
That's my prediction.
Twos. Or hits.
Nice.
Two fell to three fell to match. 13.
Better. AP?
Only two, so 4.
2 damage each?
Yep. Dead unit.
Yep, dead unit. Now let's see if I can dead your unit. Come on. Oh. Five. Sergeant.
Fours?
Fours re-rolling. Threes re-rolling.
Yeah, fours. 1 and 3s, yeah.
It's alright.
Yep.
Three, 6, 9, 12.
AP2?
Yep.
4. 8. 12. Chin up.
Better than none.
And give myself some options while I think about what to do with my life. They'll just move forward.
Not a bad trade there. 5 possessed for 3 Sangard.
This
Or
is
2
better.
Sangard,
There's only that
maybe?
That's
Because
it,
I think
yeah.
one died from a mortal wound,
that.
right? In the psychic
yes,
phase.
yes, that was right. So, yeah, 4 Sanguinary Guard attacked, killed the Possessed. Possessed turned round, fought on death, and
Yep.
killed 2 Sanguinary Guard. Not too bad there.
Yep. Now we're seeing activated on Objective 4 with the Squad of Chosen. These are a 10-man blob, 2 Power Fists, Accursed Weapons. So Accursed Weapons is -2, 1 damage, but just tons of attacks, right, coming from
Yep.
Chosen.
That's it.
Really good. Also really tough to shift. I think we're going to see the end of the Infiltrators, and we're just seeing right now that that'll probably mean that they try and maybe consolidate back into the ruin and just hold Objective 4. And it's a huge blob to have to deal with, right? Really
That's
huge.
it, yeah. And at the beginning of the fight phase, the Possessed in the centre, in that centre L, I think they killed 2 or 3 Death Company in that squad.
Yep, looks like 3. There's 3 left. Sorry, looks like he killed 2. Yeah?
Right, yeah.
And
Killed 2.
that's interesting then, because I thought they should have done better than that.
I mean,
Maybe.
they're -2.
-2, taking Death Company to a 4+ then. Yeah, maybe 50-50 chance of saving.
Might have been a whiff on the roll on there.
So anyway, we're taking the top left combat right now. I imagine there will be some dead infiltrators. And then it gives something with the Sangard to chop next turn, right?
That's it. Obviously, he avoided the 6-inch heroic intervention over there with the Chosen. Managed to keep out of range of them. Not the full amount of Chosen to be able to get to. But yeah, he's positioned so he can get all of them attacking, as you can see by the bucket full of
Accursed
dice.
Weapons, anyone?
Yep.
Lots of hits. Going to be 3 to wound.
It looks like a lot of wounds coming through. Only 1 damage a pop though, Accursed Weapons. So
Yep. -2 though, so pushing them to a 4 up. Armor and Contempt there.
that's it.
Unless these are... Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens here.
That's 1, 2, 3. It looks like 4 dead from the actual attacks.
So is there one left in there, or are they all dead now? I think they're all dead, right?
No, I think there's one.
No, I think they're all
No, it's
dead.
consolidating back, yeah.
Yeah, it must be dead, yeah. So, I believe we're now into the eliminators as well, right? Let's take us back to the top down. Yeah, you're going to just pile into those eliminators. Stayed out of heroic intervention range in the charge phase. Obviously now free to do whatever he wants.
Yep.
As he activates. Let's cross back to the table and find out what Dom's thought pattern is as he goes into his final fight phase.
Every time you move the model there, you move these eliminators.
Here we go. Do that. Is that what it was?
Yeah. I said, be careful, you know. You've got plenty of time, you know.
I know, it's just so stressful.
I wouldn't be stressed about anything, mate.
Nice chill room. 3 dudes.
I think I've accidentally clicked on a link about that once. I'm just going to assume it's like that guy or something. Oh, mate. Dumb.
Okay. They're AP4 as well.
I mean, unless you want to roll the dice, it feels good to roll dice, so I get that. It's,
Might relax you.
Well, it's soon to be his turn, which makes me relaxed. So...
So I
No,
think
can't get them cover
that is
anywhere.
the end of Dom's fight phase. He's just
Unless they
working out
get
where he
that.
wants to consolidate now those eliminators are gone.
yeah, let's go this way then, closer.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
actually, yeah.
that, it's model by model.
And we'll have to see, is he just going to move around a little
So
bit?
he can go that way, because that's
Yep.
5, and then this would be...
And he's,
Yeah,
he's going to have to
that's-
consolidate and patterns different things.
Yeah, I just want one in cover, basically, for the plasma shite that's going to come. He's 6. That's just over 6.
What about this guy?
Yeah, they're all going to have to go this way.
No, this one towards that. Is it definitely more than 6?
Yeah, 7.
Yeah, fine. That one can do that as well.
Just not to... Oh, because you still get it even if I shoot you from this side. Yeah, cool.
Yeah. And
They
then...
become bladed wounds,
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they just have to do that. Okay.
Cool. Oh, very exciting.
Cool whip.
My attack's over here. No.
You can do if you'd like.
I do like, actually. We're good.
Read it.
There's just 3 left, right? These are possessed. 4 wins. AP3.
Oh, 2.
Just 1 damage. Interesting.
Him.
Cool.
No, he's the sergeant. We'll do you. Right, so any leaderships to make?
No.
No, they fearless.
No, we only lost 2.
Uh,
You killed 1 time before when you only killed 2 this time.
At least you've 9 as well.
Yeah.
That killed 4.
They only initiate 8.
Oh,
Yeah. They only killed 2. You killed 1 with the shooting and the
Well,
smite,
yeah,
and then the what times when you only killed 2.
right. Okay.
And your flaming did nothing that time.
What? How did I kill the first one then?
You all spec scan for 1 wound, and then you did a smite for the other wound.
Yeah.
And then in your shooting phase, you did nothing, and then you charged them with what time is killed 2.
Yeah.
So that was the next turn.
You definitely just killed 1 last time because you were like, I'm happy because there's 1
Yeah.
less coming at
Oh, okay, right. That sounds like something I'd say.
me. That's why I'm knocking about a bit as well.
You put the banners up this turn, right? You didn't get banners. Yeah.
I put them at last then.
No, you didn't. We had the whole conversation about how you forgot to put the banners up. This is turn 2, right?
We didn't have that
did?
conversation. I forgot to do the action on the objective.
You advanced with all the units there, so that no one could put a banner up, and you advanced with all the units here, so no one could put them up. You definitely advanced with all the units here.
Yeah, so that's what these guys have been
No, but they advanced. You rolled an advance to get there. That was why I was...
didn't,
No, they shot. Sorry, they shot here with bolt guns. That's why I was surprised. I was like, you shot here. Everything here couldn't do it, because I was like, this is weird. And the cultists are all the way back here, so I assumed you advanced them to get on.
I didn't advance here. This definitely happened.
I mean,
I've been doing psychic
but the
powers from
cultists
these.
were like all the way there.
Yeah,
And then these guys
The lad's just working out some point stuff here, totting up for the final for Dom here. Working out some banners and stuff like that, but not a bad turn there from Dom. He's got into combat and stuff like that. He's got into combat and he has taken out everything he probably wanted to, right? You know? Interesting to see those Chosen right in the mix now, causing problems.
That's it. The Chosen are a threat. They're out of combat on the ones that are on the sort of bottom of our screen. The ones in our top of our screen, they're also still there.
Yep.
So they're a big threat to deal with. The Sanguinary Guard are probably eyeing them up at the top of the screen.
Yep.
That would be a tasty target for them. They're kind of isolated up there, those Chosen. There's nothing really to back them up, which is a problem for them. Can they absorb the damage?
Yep.
Those are the ones with the Black Rune of Damnation. So they are -1 to wound.
Yep.
That negates the Blood Angel's capture tactic.
Yep.
And you can't re-roll anything. I don't know if Sanguinary Guard get an innate re-roll.
Sanguinary Guard only re-rolls. They can re-roll one if they're obviously within range of like Dante or stuff like that. So yeah.
Which they're not up there, I don't think. So no. Just negate the Blood Angels, +1 to wounds. So that's rip up there. But it might not be the end for them. There is a big squad. There's 2 Death Company left. Over there in the center with that Chosen.
So as we see, we're moving into Raf's turn 3 now. He went first, so we are in round 3. We take a look at Raf. He got 4 for take and hold there. He's only holding objective 1. He did end up losing objective 4 and objective 3, so that was a tough one on his primary there and stuff like that. Also looking at stuff like Relentless Assault. Again, I would imagine he's going to get another 4 points on that this turn. I would imagine he doesn't really want to take the risk on taking his assault on his Sangard on the top right. But then the problem he's got is he's now got some creations of Bile in his deployment zone, which means he has to outweigh them. So he's going to have to put some units maybe up and down into the sky, something like that. We'll have to see. I don't know.
Potentially, he could swing that bottom unit of Sanguinary Guard, which he was looking like he was pre-measuring, up towards the Warp Flamers in that L shape on objective 2. That is a distance, but it's something the Sanguinary Guard are good at, is traveling that distance.
And making a charge as well. +1 to charge.
That's it.
Makes that charge just a little bit more reliable. Yeah, look, so maybe pressuring objective 2 is the way to go and just avoiding what's happening in his deployment zone, right?
He's coming this side of that L shape, so the Overwatch is mitigated a bit, because obviously they won't be able to see them through the wall. Plasma Inceptors, it'd be interesting to see where he wants to dedicate that firing towards. Is he going for that blob of Chosen in front of him, or is he going to put it into the Cursed Cultists on number 3, which are protecting the Demon Prince and thus protecting his Warp Ritual ability?
Yep. It's going to be close, this. Raf, again, taking the lead really nice and early with the some of his secondary and some of his primary. He's going to find it a little bit more difficult now. The problem is, a Fury of the Lost, his Death Company as well, are a bit tied up right now. You know what I mean?
I mean, we have seen Raf pull back on the primary, so fair enough, he scored 4 this turn, but we've seen him claw back in the later turns.
Yep.
Can he do enough damage, though, to be able to afford to dedicate units or to take objectives without leaving the Creations of Bile to run amok in his backfield?
You'll see there's a squad of 5 Thunderhammer Death Company hiding there. Wonder if they come out and try and deal with those with the Chosen, maybe.
Dante's there too, so he can lend a hand on his rerolls where possible.
And he's got 1 CP as well, which is all that Raf needs to again maybe Angel Sacrifice or Dante gets to do a free stratagem anyway on his data sheet for free, so that he could use that to do it for free as well. Gately, whose mic's on the table, it's Dom. He just went to the toilet. He's back now. He didn't throw his mic down and leave. I can assure you. No, he just went to the toilet. So yeah, didn't want to hear him having a tinkle, did we? So. But yeah, still a lot to play for here. The Bloody just still have a lot of models on the board. Plasma Inceptors, they're mean, they're nasty. The only problem they've got is that they can't stay there because they're going to get charged next turn, right? You don't want your Plasma Inceptors charged, so they're going to probably they're either going to fall forward or fall back. Get an angle onto something. Oh, there we go. Falling forward, effectively. Maybe going to shoot. Hope to deal with something else. Maybe the Sangala go in and tie up those Chosen after they've been shot at. Try and do double whammy. Lots of shots in the shooting phase and then charge in.
Yep.
So we'll see.
Yeah, it's hard to say what he's going to dedicate that Plasma Inceptor shots into.
Just measuring to see how far they can
He's
get.
putting a lot of thought into where he wants them to go. It could be that he's eyeing up a charge with those Plasma Inceptors after they've shot
Into the
curse
rubrics.
cultists.
I was going to say into the rubrics at the top
No,
right.
that's the that is the Dark Apostle up top.
Is
that's
it?
sticking out
Okay,
of the,
yeah.
The ruin up there.
That'd be quite interesting, wouldn't it? Weight of dice going in, and also it's getting the Plasma Receptors further away. So as long as you can get, maybe hopefully clear them out, just getting him further away. Ah, there we go. Sangard.
That's the Sangard going up there.
Objective
That's going to get
2.
him the secondary that involves him being in his opponent's
opponent's
deployment zone. God,
yeah,
words
just
today.
getting more in there. But the problem is that he'll have to charge, swing round the back, and then make sure he's in there as well because he's got the 2 squads there. Looks like he's really getting that Dark Apostle. Like, look how much the Dark Apostle's got coming down his throat.
If he's going to attack the Dark Apostle, he might just swing round the edge and get those warp flamers behind the ruin. Sanguinary Priest is still alive.
Yeah, you can see him. There's the is with the white little thing on his back there. That's the Sang Priest. Holding the chalice. Yep, Teeth of Terror and his chalice going, fight harder, my boys, then I will give you blood. You can drink this blood and be stronger. There you go, that's what he's doing. That's how I imagine how he sounds. Did you like that?
Exactly how he sounds.
Yeah. Blood for the, not blood god, right?
Blood for the vampire?
Is Mr. Whirl... No, he can't do that thing. Whirlwind coming in probably to be a move blocker. We saw this last game, right? Whirlwind's...
Yeah, it's a decent size rectangle
Yeah.
to force your opponent to move around if they want to get to something juicy. If not, it's quite a big speed bump to... You've got to engage it. The only way he's going to kill that is in combat in this army.
Yep.
So it's going to be a speed bump, preventing him get down there.
Looks like he's buffed up those Death Company as well, I think.
So those little tokens are what Ref uses to show that he's buffing a unit.
Yep.
So
it looks like they've been put... well, they will be in the Assault Doctrine anyway, but they've been given +1 to hit and probably rerolls, I'd imagine. Because the Sang Ancient gives +1 to hit. And then I imagine they've got rerolls as well from Dante. So I think that's what those 2 tokens will be. Measuring up. This is going to be such a... This is where the fight is going to be won or lost on these 2 objectives, right? You look at the top of the board. Disco Lord was up there early, but that blob of 10 chosen just feels like it's so hard to deal with, right? Especially with only 5 Sangard. Yeah, they're tough and they've got a lot of attacks, but I don't think 10 versus 5 is going to be enough.
Yeah, the durability of 10 chosen with the Black Rune of Damnation can be surprising, to be fair.
Yeah.
You know, they're 2 wounds apiece. They're Chaos Space Marines.
Armor of Contempt.
They get to fight on death, so even if the Sanguinary Guard kill them, that's a lot of AP3 attacks coming back at them. Odds are it's going to take at least a couple of those Sanguinary Guard out with them.
Yep, for sure. Absolutely. But again, a little bit of... Raf just making sure he plays every part of his movement right, because that's where his games are win and loss, right, isn't it? You know?
Exactly, yeah. Movement is so important for assault armies.
Yep.
Both Dom and Raf know that, and they're using it to their advantage very well in this game. It's very to and fro. 1 minute it looks like Dom's got the edge. 1 minute it looks like Raf is positioning himself, so he's got the edge. It's yeah, it's all going to come down to who makes the first mistake in movement. As you can tell, Raf was positioning his Sanguinary Guard very well last turn to force the 6-inch stay away from them.
And I just wonder here whether these Sangard are just going to ignore them and just pile into just go into the absolute mess over there with the Possessed and the Chosen on the right.
It could be that he abandons Objective 4.
And he tries to swing the game to the bottom of the map, right?
That's it. The Possessed are a lot faster.
Yep.
And do more damage than the Chosen. Per model, anyway. Obviously, there's 10 of the Chosen, so it kind of balances itself out.
Priest coming in, supporting those Plasma Inceptors with giving them 6-up shrugs. Is really nice. Again, also acting as something that he can throw away if he needs to. Yeah, he's got Teeth of Terror, so he's got a ability to do a bit of damage, but maybe he can soak up something like... Maybe he can go in there first and tie something up or whatever it might be, you know?
If something's got Overwash, he can
soak it up if needed,
yeah.
So the problem is, as Raf's just pointed out, the problem is the Death Company can't fall back. Black Rage stops you falling back. So But what he can do is he can use, and it's not called Descent of Angels, but a stratagem to take them up into the sky, and then he can bring them down again, because that's not technically a fallback. So he's just weighing up the decision. Let's hear what he has to say.
To hit the Death Company guys.
Oh, I see. Like putting all your attacks into them.
Yeah. And if I go in, you might pick me back on the way. So they're 4 attacks each, 5 attacks each.
Yeah.
5 each, 20 attacks. They're not sluggish or anything, right? So they hit on. So 10 hits, 7 wounds. Lose 3 of the unit, which is bad. Right. So they won't. I won't take anything to the sky.
Okay.
Shooting.
Yes.
So we'll start with
Uh-huh.
just 3 bolt pistols in the combat.
Yep, sounds good.
2 hits.
Where, sorry? Just
This is on the possessed.
Ooh, nice.
2 wins. AP 1 now. Oh, not very mad.
Use a wound. Price dead.
They shoot into them.
Yep.
Oh, that's what I was going to spend a CP on. I was going to ring back. I forgot. Yeah, they'll shoot into them.
Yep. 20 point range or something like that. 12.
So 18.
18.
But actually, I'll just start here.
Okay.
I will not overcharge.
Yep.
Which makes it easy. 1, 2.
Here comes the plasma. Here comes the
I
plasma.
don't think it's going to do enough, unfortunately. But hey, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes, sir.
Please do only once.
Dropping everything. It must be this table, eh?
I wish it was 3 rearing ones. It's of course 4, right?
Yep. No rerolls.
Yeah. Not much.
It's like 50% gone.
It's almost like that.
So 3 to
Threes.
4s. No, they're not muscle wound.
That's really bad. Only 5. AP 3.
So it has to be the guts wounded first. So 2 damage.
1 damage each.
Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, so
Yep.
he's dead. There's nothing down. And then the cover guys. Okay, takes a wound.
Cool. Other shooting. I'll go crack grenade and bolt pistol here.
Yep.
Crack grenade. Hits. Wounds.
All good.
Bolt pistol. Hits. Oh, it doesn't hit, so I can get chance hit them.
Oh,
And doesn't win either.
that seems annoying.
Dante?
Yep.
Nope. These guys shoot into here.
Don't you dare. Yeah, because you're closer.
Yeah. Standing right next to them.
Angela Sport goes into the Dark Apostle at the top of the board right now, near objective 2.
4.
Putting over
Yeah.
there. 2 AP 1.
Just 4 ups. This one dead. Which means if he does a prayer, it's on a 3.
These guys are shooting to there.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure I've got, yeah, well in.
Okay.
2 AP 1.
2 everyone. Let's see what Hellstorm Wargaming dice do.
Ah, no!
Oh,
Oh, there you go.
so 1.
Yep.
2 damage.
No, just one. Sure.
God damn it, Mikey. Selling me these rigged dice. He didn't. He didn't. There's no rigged dice there. I'm switching my hand of dice up. These aren't rolling great.
There's still a bunch of guys in cover. I got a frag grenade from here into them.
Into which unit? There's 2 there.
Oh, which is what's the
A
split?
cursed cultist and cultist.
Into cultists.
Yep, sure. 5.
A mighty 1.
Failed.
Called it.
God damn it. Mikey's dice again. Okay.
He will put 2 shots into them. Same unit.
Mhm.
1 hit. Yep. No wins.
Okay.
These guys. Will also
Into the cultist.
go into the cultists.
Yep.
Did you roll a 3 save for the dark cross? Because what, it'd be 6 or 9, taking it in months.
I got 4 from them.
Each model.
Mhm.
Models, yeah, that's cool.
6 wins, AP1.
Sorry?
6 wins, AP1. So that was
On the cultist?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, 6 dead. Because of coherency.
Yep. Anything left? Whirlwind. Yeah, no threat dice. Could make that person go into them, but you still get to fight me, so it doesn't really add to my fun. How many cultists are left here?
3.
3 cultists left.
The rest of the Art of War fans. That was a dig.
That was a dig. Right, let's go with Whirlwind
Yeah.
into the big unit. Because you've got 13 models, huh?
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
So max 12.
T4.
3s
Nice.
and 3s. 9.
9. Yucky. That's what I say. So AP, what, sorry?
No, no.
So I didn't get cover saves here. So I've got 2 in cover saves. So we'll do that first.
One's one of the big guys if you want to use it.
One, no, absolutely not.
You have to be touching the thing, right?
It's
is it
under.
2?
Yeah. Nope, so they die, feel no pain. One's alive. So we'll just take him. Then you counted, yeah?
Yeah.
It's alright. Dead, feel no pain. He's dead.
Yep.
And then 2 6-ups. Yep. 1. Feel no pain. 2. Oh, I need to actually roll the other save. Yeah. Is that the unit? That the
5. 4 dead. 4 dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, got it. No, I don't want to pull those. I've got to pull the 2 there. That well, I was running.
Yep.
Well, he's actually dead because he was the one in cover. But then I had 2 here. Yeah, I can't stop it. I can't stop it.
I mean, there's not much incentive for me to kill that guy. It just comes up on the 2 up, right?
Yeah.
So seems less than exciting. Everyone's shot, I think.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. No, sorry. I've already made my decision.
Charges.
Mhm.
So we will, for means, Whirlwind charging this unit.
Go ahead.
They are charging the rubrics.
Go ahead.
Yep.
Love the fact that he's not using the dice box every time I put it on. I'm like, oh, well, one day I'll use it, right?
It's not fight first or anything.
Interesting to see where these charges are going to go. Like, the Demon Prince is open, but
these guys will charge the cultist unit.
Okay.
there we go. We've got the Plasma Inceptors going in there.
Yep, like I thought you would.
8-inch charge with Blood Angels, plenty of
Sorry,
room.
Yes.
Yeah, and don't forget with their +1 to wound.
There we go. Thanks, Dom. Thanks, Dom, for being an absolute legend. Actually sticking the dice
He
out for
actually
me.
used it.
Yeah.
So don't forget with the Blood Angels, same thing when he battled the guard, the Imperial
Priest
Guard.
will charge them as well.
You'll be wounding on 2s. Hitting on 2s, wounding. Sorry, hitting on 3s,
4.
wounding on
but,
2s with them.
with
So
them.
they're no
so that's fine.
pushover in combat, and cultists don't have much of a save on there. Should deal a fair bit of damage to them in combat.
So far, all his charges paying off. See where else he goes. There we go.
Yep.
Obviously, then, if he doesn't then touch the Demon
Six,
Prince
five.
in consolidation,
So 4
he
to
is going to be baiting him
Mighty
to come
Blood
out of
Angel.
that cover and exposing him to a Sanguinary Guard charge next turn, potentially.
Looking like a strong charge phase so far. Everything getting in.
There's some
But remember,
hair
this just
braiding
going
on
to
this,
be. This is now the Assault Doctrine for the Blood Angels. So much extra attacks. So much extra AP. Helping out.
This is when they're the most killy.
Absolutely. Those guys have swords as well. Strength 5. -4. 2 damage.
Yeah, I know.
Like, loads of attacks each.
No,
I think it's
fine,
5 in the
Yeah,
Assault
we do a bit
Doctrine.
of
3,
Yeah.
3 Shock Assault, +1 for the Assault Doctrine. Life is good, right?
Yeah.
+1
See
to
how
wound as
calm
well,
I
so
am
they're probably
in
going to be
there,
wounding
just
them on
down
2s.
Yeah, this
So
is it.
weird.
No,
Scares
I'm
me.
trying to make sure it's fair game. That's my priority, but my second
So
priority.
he has avoided the Chosen up top that have
Yeah,
the Black Rune of Damnation.
don't
He
drop
said,
that.
right, I don't get my buff against you for being Blood Angels, so I'm just going to hit your Possessed, which I do get that buff against.
It's a good final match.
Yeah, it's good.
Charge here. Do I move when I get?
5.
6.
Looks like he's adding some extra Death Company into there as well with their Thunder Hammers.
Yep, picking on this Chosen squad at the bottom of the camera.
This is this is going to be the fight phase that probably decides the outcome or the plan for the game. It's going to make one person sort of like the underdog and one person like in command, yeah?
Yeah, so Raf is positioning himself, so he's going to have a couple of units in his opponent's deployment zone, which helps his secondary objectives there. It also means that Dom's plan of just pushing forward isn't as effective because he's got to dedicate his Demon Prince potentially away from that center objective to deal with the Sanguinary Guard or the Plasma Inceptors. And down the bottom here, his Chosen are just getting bonked against.
Getting bonked against.
That's it.
Dante coming back to help out his boys as well.
He knows he doesn't want to.
Again, those Death Company buffed up. You'll see the 2 tokens next to them, so they're going to be they got the buff from the Sang Ancient for +1 to hit. Plus they'll be getting rerolls from Dante. Thunder Hammers doing Thunder Hammer things, yeah. But Dante's still there giving rerolls as well. So he gives a reroll 1's aura.
Yeah,
so it's quite nice. Not that they need it, but you know, Dante going in there.
He doesn't want to risk anything fighting these Chosen down here. He wants to put everything he can to benefit them.
Also means you can Angel Sacrifice on Dante in case those Chosen want to fight back on Death. Yeah?
Yep. It might absorb some damage there. Yeah. And that'll free up his Death Guard next turn to fly. Maybe.
I hope there's no Death Guard. What Death Guard? You mean Death
Company?
I know,
I
know.
Too many guards, angels, companies. It's hard to keep track of when you're a Chaos player.
Absolutely. So it looks like we're going into the fight phase now. Let's join the boys again and see what they've got to say.
No, they're pretty uninterrupted everywhere.
So Blood Angels win, Blood Angels get nerfed. Yeah, that works.
You wanted a couple weeks ago as well.
They do. They want a big event. They want the GW. So,
They are good. They are good.
I'll just start here then.
Mhm.
Attacks.
And they're all 2 damage, right?
Yeah. Choose. 8. AP 3. 2 damage.
3, 6, 7, 8. Goodbye, rubrics. AP
3.
So yeah. The unit.
Cool.
Because yeah, 4. 3.
3. Top of 3. They're axes. Mostly because of modelling, but then there's the odd possessed and stuff. But these are the corn guys?
Yeah.
They are.
Ah.
Well, let's not go into them then. Yeah, there's nothing to give you 3 attacks. Next, we'll just work along. We've got 3. I'm assuming it's 3 guys touching the objective. So 1 has to stay up. 4 fight.
Okay.
2, 3, 4.
Okay.
And 2s.
Sure.
11. AP4.
Yep. So 1 at a time. So he does. Then 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. Fail 3.
Yep.
2, 4, 6. Yep. He's dead, but I get to fight.
Yep.
We'll do it now.
So we're just seeing some fighting going on right here. It looks like the Sangard have been hit back. Looks like the Sangard have just been hit back, and we're just working out how many are going to bite the dust. Hopefully you'll still have all 5 left. So...
Yeah, so it's the Dark Apostles fight on death here.
Yep.
So it looks like he's picking up 1.
And then what I imagine...
Or he's at least taken a wound.
Yeah. So now I think
Right.
it's just a case of selecting what the combat is next, right?
Let's work our way up.
So I imagine the combat next is probably going to look at those Plasma Inceptors in the middle, maybe? Because Dom can't interrupt anyway, so it doesn't really matter where he goes next, right? But
Yeah, Dom's only got the 1 CP.
yeah, absolutely, yeah. I think this is going to be a really clutch fight phase, though. I look at this and I'm thinking, this fight phase goes the way of the Blood Angels. Dom's got a really tricky game ahead of him now. Not easy to shift stuff with 2+ saves and stuff like that, is it? So it looks like he's going to go now with the Sang Priest with Teeth of Terror. So let's see what happens.
This has been. Like that. So yeah, they would be on the objective, but they were pushed.
Yeah,
off.
there were 3 on the objective. Yeah. We talked about it before. I told you before I went into the rivets.
Yeah, but I didn't know there was 3, so I assumed I always put all the models on the objective.
Cool. I mean, we'll remeasure this just to.
Yep.
Because when it was the way it was before,
So what's yours?
it's on the 18-inch line, right?
Yeah,
So it's actually a long way back from here. It's back here. I'd say only. I'm not sure if 3 can fit.
It's 20.
Had you?
Yeah.
They said it was 18 when we were deploying.
Well, yours is 20.
Right, but mine hasn't come into effect at all. so I guess we'll just quickly get the map rolling.
It would seem weird for yours to be 20 and mine
But I mean,
to be 18.
you've moved a lot of models over there. The things could have been nudged as well. Like those. Because I remember when we deployed, you said it was on this line. It was the 18-inch line, right? Remember that?
Yeah, but that when it's
No,
been
no, but I mean-
knocked like that, so
Yeah.
the models were pushed off the objective.
Yeah, I accept that. My point is, with 18, I'm not sure you can fit 4 models onto the objective from this side of the wall. If it's on the 18-inch line. On the sort of halfway to the point. I mean, that's 18. Right up.
Because your 18 would be here,
And that,
which
My- as
is here.
Dommy, it doesn't really matter what mine is. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're just wondering.
It's just because train's been.
Do you know how?
So just talking through some terrain stuff there and working out the deployment zone and how many models you can get on the objective. So if we look at the top down for a second, you'll see here that obviously those Sangard are going to be potentially throwing something off an objective here, yeah? So
That's
just making
it,
out.
yeah.
Dom's saying that he has 4 models on there. Obviously, therefore, that would mean he's keeping it for primary, and
Yep.
therefore he's going to be getting primary next turn. But obviously, 3 on there. If you can balance it out and 3 and 3, you therefore don't get the hold more, which is
That's it, yeah.
crucial for the big 12 points on take and hold, yeah?
Yeah.
You've knocked Dom down to 8. So we'll have to see what happens. I imagine that enough damage will happen in the middle to
Yep.
therefore throw him off there anyway, but it just might be the difference again between 4 and 8. Really
That's
interesting stuff.
It does matter in the grand scheme of things, but
Yep.
obviously we're operating here with plastic models, so
Yep.
accidents do happen. It's nobody's fault. Got to make sure that these guys are scoring properly, and they're both really good players. They're both very experienced.
Yep.
So they're just making sure that their scores are honest. They know what's going on. So
yeah. Also, I think it's really interesting. Himashi saying, "Can I see the BA list?" You certainly can, but they are in BCP. We ran through them at the start of the game, so if you want a detailed breakdown, just either rewind back to the start or just catch up at the end. Long story short, 3 Sangard squads, 3 Death Company squads, 2 all loaded with Thunderhammers, 1 with Power Swords, Plasma Receptors, a Whirlwind, character support, and all the relic goodness that you expect from Blood
Dante,
Angels.
of course.
Yeah, and Wrath of Baal stuff. So yeah, really pretty much sort of like standard meta Blood Angels list we're sort of seeing. Minus the Whirlwind and the Plasma Receptors, they feel like quite a new thing to have in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And so far, particularly the Plasma Interceptors, they've been doing work.
Yep.
They've really put in shots where it's countered, particularly these last 2 games.
Yeah. Just taking this opportunity as well to say, look, if this is the first time you found us here at Hellstormwargaming, seen some nice new faces in the chat, make sure you give us a like on this video and this stream. Come and subscribe to us as well. We want to see you more often. We want to see those beautiful names in our chat all the time. And hopefully you're enjoying the coverage. We'd really like to get feedback on how it looks, how it sounds. And as you can see, we do things professional here, Billy, don't we? All about, look at these snazzy camera angles, yeah? Look at this. You don't get this on everywhere else, do you? And we're bringing you all the live queries. Now, what we are saying is, look, we're bringing you out this live queries for free. We've entertained you for 6 games this weekend, giving up our lovely weekend to hopefully bring a little bit of brightness to your weekend in these dark, cold nights in the UK. If you have a couple of quid spare, we'd absolutely love it if you could just consider becoming a member. You get so much perks. You can join us in the Discord, see our be a member of all of the channels in the Discord, and see all of the private stuff as well. Where you can chat with us directly. And you're just showing a bit of support for all the effort and time we've put in this weekend. Again, we don't like to beg, but we're just saying, look, if you have enjoyed this, we're doing this out of the goodness of our heart, and we'd really appreciate it and stuff. So, back into the fight phase now. Looks like we are starting with the Sangard. Straight into those possessed. Let's see how many they can clear up, Billy. Let's cross back to the boys.
Yep. Okay. And 3s again. You're toughness 5, right?
Yes.
Hi, Dave. We understand your point, but we don't think that's... if there's a discussion happening about rules and stuff like that, I think it's important that we give the players the space with the TO to discuss it off-stream and private, so there is a reason why we do that. We don't think it's fair that if there's a discrepancy or a bit of a conversation to be had, it's not fair to air that, because I think both of them are just honestly having a chat. So therefore, we cut it for a reason, because we come back to us to say, look, let's let them resolve it, and we'll give you the resolution. Because it's not fair to put the players through that. So we wouldn't do that, and that's just a thing that we have as a streaming thing. We don't want to leave them hanging and drying if they're making a mistake, for example. Not intentional, but one of the things we do. So apologies, but that is just one of the things that we do here on the channel.
Yeah, it's 40k isn't a perfect game. There
Yep.
are always rules to be discussed between the players, and at the end of the day, they don't need the pressure of...
Yeah, you've got to give people space, right? But we're going to jump back into the fight phase now, and we're going to see how many possessed are gone. Looks like many.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't look pretty for the
But
possessed
for Dom,
there.
no.
1, 2, 2, 3, 4.
So what is that, 21 attacks?
Something like that, yeah. And how many 6s? Just 2. Okay.
There we go.
5, 10, 13.
10, 13.
Yep.
Oops, sorry. I mean, this unit is definitely dead, but let's start with the first one. Amazing roll of 6s, yeah.
Yay.
Dead, and there's one guy left. Nothing but 6s? No, close, close.
Goodbye. Okay.
Okay. Just pop there.
Do you want to move him up or anything?
I'm
Okay.
alright. I'm alright. Okay.
Who attacks now?
Here. Let's start. Let's just do Death Company fun times.
So tired. A long weekend. Oh, it's only turned through.
Half an hour.
Yeah, I haven't had my turn. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to be dead after this.
You
Well,
interrupted, Dom, that's why.
Yeah. I'm trying to play a fast game, and Dom, I mean, I should probably yellow card him or something. It's not fair, he's got 2 10s for every 10. No wonder he's relaxed when it's mine. So pause.
Yep. Yeah, just to speed it up a bit.
And 2s. Nine.
Okay.
AP3.
Yeah. So is that just a Death Company?
Yeah. Just the hammers.
So this would be this lot.
So it'll be 1, 2 guys can fight at the moment. 3, yeah.
I'd be wanting to go into him.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean, we'll see how many die first.
Yeah. So I guess it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
AP what?
3. So 5 dead.
Because a AP2 is 3 to a 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that's how it works. AP1 goes. Yeah.
3 episode,
Yeah.
yeah.
5 dead. So I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because then he can go try and get closer to this, but then we'll be in contact with him and then fight him.
Yeah, sure. So,
So it'll be these 5.
this guy can't go there.
Yeah. So it'll be 4 into him,
Yeah.
1 into there.
Yep. Dante's -1 to hit for that.
Right. 1, 2, 3. 1 power fist.
We got fight backs coming here now, probably by the looks of things from Dom, just on death.
This is on.
Dante.
Oh, okay, yeah. Powerfish. Let's go powerfish. I like that there.
Yeah.
Cool. AP3?
No, they're AP. Yeah, AP4.
AP3. Powerfish.
AP4.
What?
Because they're corn.
Oh, corn gets plus. Cool.
Yeah.
Is that 4?
Mhm. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh.
I'll CP that. That's why not. Saved.
Okay.
So he's on 2 wins.
Okay.
Oh, you've got a bunch of more attacks.
And I've got more attacks.
Yeah. Oh well. It's fine. Don't need CP anyway.
All hit. 1 explode. And then 4. That's it.
These AP3.
4.
Plus. Dies.
Okay.
You'll fight on death.
Can you fight on death to a unit you're not in contact with?
Yeah, because I still. It's like you. You engage. So when you fight, you.
So you can fight on death into a unit that's already
The
dead.
attack phase includes the pile-in. So I charged into the unit.
Oh, right, yeah, because then you're active.
Yeah.
Oh, and then he needs to do the
So Dante
attacks
looks like
together.
Dante died.
Yes.
Dante now fighting on
2.
death.
So it'll be 6 AP4. 2 damage each.
See what happens here.
Yeah,
Okay.
oh, is there?
It's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep.
I believe that's Dante killed
3.
AP4.
killed 3.
Yeah,
Is he
but,
killed 3?
with armor contempt, so 4 up, 5 up. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay, and then the attacks into your Death Company with 3 explode 6s.
Nice.
3s. 4. So.
4.
AP4. 1 damage.
2 dice.
And then these guys. I guess it's all into the bloody thing. Sweet. Then it's there. He's a sergeant, and there's that pistol. And then it's 2 explodes.
Yep. 5s.
What happens to you?
7.
So 4s.
You're.
AP. I'm strength 7.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. So 4.
Cool. Whatever.
AP 4.
Sure. Takes 4 ones.
Okay.
Like
1 explodes. 3s. Oh, damn it. No, I'll take my stuff. Over to you.
What have I got left? Just some pilings and stuff.
Have you got leadership on your?
Yeah, I've
dudes?
also got a piling. Piling to the objective. 6 plus 2, 8. Yeah, 1 dies. I'll check whether this gives him +1 range, but until then, I will
Kill
the whole unit.
the whole unit dice.
So let's see if that's.
He just failed the leadership, and then he borrowed
And then
rolled
both
a
of
double
them ran
one for
away.
the Death Company on his objective.
That's a bit of a big oof if those Death Company do run away. He's just
Yeah.
checking whether they sank in Ancient Banner there, gives grants +1 leadership, and how much sort of like that buff, if it's
Yeah.
like...
Now, check ancient keyword.
I think there is a leadership buff there, you know. We'll find out together,
There's no
though.
chance he doesn't. Someone told me he did once, so I just.
Add 1 to leadership.
Oh, is it written right there?
Yeah, SRT's banner there.
Okay.
First sentence.
It's so
So
rare
they'll
that Space
So
Marines
so
are
leadership-
concentrating on their
Leadership
leadership
7,
nowadays.
lost 2. So
Yeah.
we get up to leadership 8. 6 passes.
6 passes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So actually, the banner coming in clutch there, even though like...
Yeah.
So that's really clutch. Keeping those Death Company alive, right? Okay, right. So it looks like that's the end of Blood Angels turn 3. What a turn 3. Let's take a look at the board for a second. Look at what's gone. There was an entire squad of Chosen, sort of around Objective 1, gone.
Yep.
There was some Possessed, gone. Some Death Company have fallen in the act of slaying the evil Chaos Ring towards them. We had a Dark Apostle, gone. We had some the Thousand Suns rubrics got man, so
gone
much
as well.
stuff just been chewed through. So they're now totting up some points, working out what Dom gets. This is now looking like so much more of a close game. If we switch over to Dom, take and hold looking better. Yeah, he's holding 3 objectives, which therefore he means he is he's technically holding 4 because he did keep hold of number 2. So he's holding 2, holding more, giving him the big 12. He's then going to now start looking at the rest of his points. Don't know how they got 6 on Watridge because I thought it went 3, 7, and 12.
Maybe it's a misclick.
Yeah, maybe we'll catch it.
Unless it is 3 points every time you get it off.
No, I'm sure it's 3, 7, and 12, but we'll find out. Chat, let me know. I could well be wrong. No, I'm gonna look myself. Chat, I don't need you. I'm gonna get this right myself. So yeah, into this turn, Dom needs to hold the objectives, hold the primary, and really retaliate and start pushing those. Deal with the plasma receptors. Ensure he doesn't lose objective 2. I would probably wonder if he can move his objective 4 stuff into those Sangard just below. Sort of like charge those
More than
Sangard.
likely they can reach them, yeah.
Yeah, so charge the Sangard,
Yep.
and then sort of like leave 1 on the objective so you're not leaving the objective behind, right?
Yep. That would be the way I'd play it, yeah.
Absolutely.
Also there, I think it was Daniel wondering why there's no Master of Possession in the Creations of Bile list. I would argue, does it necessarily need it?
Yep.
I think the way that Dom is playing it is he's going to buff it with the Dark Apostle, send it forward. And then the Black Rune of Damnation chosen, which he ran up at the top of the board on our view here. They kind of don't really need the defensive buff either. I think sometimes you can focus too much on the defensive buffs and sacrifice maybe slowing down everything by keeping things in psychic range and things like that. Don't get me wrong, the Master of Possession is a really good unit and can buff the Slaanesh units very, very well. But it's not necessarily an auto take, particularly taking into account that in the battalion, if you want to be offensive, take the Nurgle Demon Prince, take the Disco Lord, and then you've got a choice of, well, what unit do I use to buff with? Is it the Dark Apostle? Is it the Master of Possession? Or do I want to pay for another detachment to take both? I think particularly for the creations of Bile, the more you die can affect how much damage you do to him, because don't forget you got the fight on death, so too many defensive buffs might mean you're not getting as much fight on death happen as well. So it's an interesting trade-off in buffs. I like running the Master of Possession myself.
I was right, by the way, just so you know. I was right. 3, 7, 12. For some reason it was sound 6.
yeah.
I just can see what which one. Now the boys did just say it's going to go up to 12 in a minute, and I was like, yeah, but still do it now. All right, change it because I say so.
We like to keep you guys informed on the stream. You know,
Absolutely.
we like to keep the scores accurate as best as possible. And like I say, it's not necessarily these guys' fault. They've had 2 days of playing 3 40k games a day. And at the end of the day, it's a misclick of a button. It's nothing on their end.
Yeah. However, looking at this board, Dom got a lot less to use than he probably thought he would. Yeah. So this is bottom of round 3 because Dom goes second. Boys have been going now for about 2 hours or so. Well, no, it's probably a bit more like 2 hours 20 actually. So they've been going for some time. Probably not too long left, but then again, there's not much left on the board itself. So, looks like we're already going into the shooting phase. So we'll cross back to the boys and see what Dom's going to be picking on, right?
I got 1. Yep. Hits. Doesn't win. Sorry, I ran straight into shooting. I need to do my second ritual.
Of course.
Done.
Yep.
So that's 12.
Just before we jumped into shooting, that was War Ritual. Getting him the
then I
big
need to
12
do
points that he
a smite.
needs.
Goes off. 2.
From here.
No.
Oh,
that's
that.
from here. Yeah.
Of course, he did the other thing.
You've got 1 win left.
2
Isn't it?
lenses.
Yeah.
You did 2, yeah?
Yep. So then here we've got crack grenade.
Yep.
Misses, and we got sorry, it's 3 bolt pistols. 1 hits. Doesn't win.
Cool.
That.
Others?
One, 2.
Look at the face. The faces
Can I attack
of
him?
tension.
I think so.
Going into looks like some plasma inceptors. See what
2.
happens here in the middle of the board.
Charges.
Yes.
Beautiful
So
board, isn't
we will
it?
Charge
WTC
him
style terrain.
into
Looking
him.
good.
and him.
Um,
You want Overwatch?
tempting, but no. I need a secret.
Okay. So
This is why I shouldn't have wasted secret.
they're in, and then he'll charge just them. And then these guys will charge here. Yep. So I'm going to leave 1 accursed on the objective, okay?
Sure.
But everyone else can attack.
Cool. And that's 7, right?
Yep. Sorry. Right. That. 7. Here. 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 Here.
Is 10-3?
Wins.
Any
It's just
can
been,
do.
I'm just trying to get these big boys in.
As we draw in towards the bottom of turn 3,
Right.
cast your vote now.
They're gonna-
Who is going to take the win? We want to know. Me and Billy keen to know what's going on. Now all the charges are like they've been made, so it's going to be a bit of a crunch time right now. Dom just deciding where he wants to go first. Now Raph can't interrupt, so looks like we're going to have a bit of a crunch from the Demon Prince straight into those plasma receptors. Let's see how this rolls out. 6 attacks coming straight in.
So 2 explodes, so that is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wounds.
Epic.
3 damage.
Yep, so we've those were automatic wounds from the Demon Prince. He's obviously got the relic there.
Nice. So it looks like the Sangard heroic did as well. So this is literally everything is in combat basically. It is just going to be a massive clusterfuck until the end of the game, right? Everybody's just going to be like, no, I'm going to hit you. No, I'm going to hit you. However, looks like it's been a bit of a mess in the middle of the board. Cross back to it so we can catch all of the juicy goodness as the blood is spilled. Cultist time. I think this is the accursed cultist as well. So we'll see what happens here.
Like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 6, 7, 9. Fours and fives. You have 2.
Fine.
Okay, and the big guys I need to look up, sorry.
Just while they're checking the rules there, David, the new sort of exploding hits on 6s for Chaos Space Marines is an automatic hit. It's not like the old Death to the False Emperor, which was an extra roll to hit.
Yeah, if anything, it's been a glow up, right? Bit of a about makes life a lot easier. You go 6, so I'm just going to add an extra dice to the pot, right?
Although it's not a 6+ anymore.
No, it isn't, so you can't modify it. However, 6 on anything, right? You're just like, another hit. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, looks like, again, the fight over Objective 3, Sangard going to have to deal with the Chosen just below Objective 4, who have straddled back onto the objective still. So, it looks like Dom just rolling out again. So, let's join and find out who's going to win the massive melee of death in the middle.
We're good? Because you got a 2 up, right?
No, 4 up.
4 up in Ben.
3 up. Save, sorry.
Yeah, so AP 2. So you.
So I rolled a 4.
So you would have failed 1.
No, AP 2.
Yeah.
Down to AP 1.
3 to a 4.
Yeah, and I rolled 4, 4, 5, 4, 5, 5, 6.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. The lowest dice was a 4.
No, sorry. Yeah.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
You've got time.
As I said, I've got
2
8
more
models.
turns.
Plenty of time. Yeah.
3, 4.
You're on street, so I'm not gonna try and
We want some controversy, though.
5.
We want some more controversy.
I know, I'm fucking myself, so hopefully so.
He'll tell us dice down, but he'll leave the room. So we'll just carry on playing. And
What's that jiggling in the shaker?
so yeah, -1 to hit over here, so whatever that's worth.
I am +1 to hit.
Cool. So 3s. Oop.
Just ignore me, Dom, alright.
Sure.
Okay, so you have 15 minutes left!
What the shit?
Ah!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yep. These guys have brought their hitting pants.
Yeah. No, this is 3s. Always catch them now on the sides. Wow.
Wow. Okay.
My God. Do you just want to roll this? Or do you want to use your dice?
AP
3.
3. Oops, sorry.
And it's 3s, isn't it?
1, 2, 3.5 there.
Okay. And then the power fist gets go.
Oh yeah.
You rolled really well on my
So he
dice.
does hit on 4s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I keep using your dice, please?
Will explode?
Yeah.
2s.
Okay, he's gonna do the job.
5.
5, yeah. I want your dice then. Yeah. Cool. More specimen points.
Nope, I would
No?
have already
Oh, you
maxed.
maxed. Good, good. I feel better about that whole situation.
Okay, so
I have
you
to
are now looking at a gap in the board where the Sanguinary Guard used to be, which is sad times for Raph, who honestly has been playing like a champ. But that's I think that might be crucial. I think.
It's another 3 points for experiments of the spider.
Yeah.
or
If we take a look
specimens
at
of
the
spider, sorry, not
yeah.
experiments.
So again, just looking at the board right now, it just feels a little bit like the stuff on the left, by the way, is dead. It just feels like Raph losing a few too many bits now. He's just not got the staying power. But we'll cross back now, follow the ends of the fight phase, and see what happens before we move into turn 4.
Forced to hit, right?
Yeah,
1, 6.
1 explodes. 3s. 5.
5.
Not enough for you.
It is.
Ah. Whoa! All of them fail. AP 4.
AP3, is that right? But it doesn't matter. AP3 goes down to AP2. They're still there.
Yeah. Yes, you're right.
Well, that was unfortunate.
Okay.
Okay.
So at the end of my turn, done the water ritual.
Yep.
We've done banners and stuff and things.
Yep.
I've done my
solution.
Nice turn there for Dom.
How'd you get?
Went into combat, dealt with the things he needed to deal with, dealt with the plasma receptors, dealt with lots of Sangard. Also, Raph just running quite poorly there, and he saves for the Sangard as well in that on the bottom right corner.
I mean, the Chosen do what the Chosen do really well, which is crash into something with AP3 and chuck wounds at people. They're really strong. Just remembering some attack backs in the middle of the board.
So here, I would imagine now that this game is very much Dom's to lose, just because of the amount of bodies he's got left and stuff like that. We'll see what happens. Now, looking at this, it looks like he's just fighting back in the middle on Objective 3. Got a few bits left in there. Do a few saves. So we're just rolling out some final attacks, and we'll be moving straight into Raf's 4th turn. Very little on the board for him. Looking now, looks like he's got a Sang Ancient in the middle just above the crates. He's got 3 Death Company, 3 Sangard on Objective 2, and I think in the middle, we can get a shot of the middle maybe, just behind the L's. Damn, those L's are so annoying. Trying to work out what he's got left in the middle semicircle. So we'll work that out in a minute. But I feel like we should have tunnel vision. Can we see what's in there? Is it a character? Is it the Sang Priest on his own? Who knows? Anyway.
Sang Priest. That's the one with the white.
Yeah.
The white line across his shoulders.
That is, yeah.
Across the
so he
jump
is,
pack.
yeah. So now, moving into Raf's round 4. Doesn't look like he probably got 8 points on taking hold, maybe. Because he was on 2 objectives, not holding more. We'll have to see. Has he even added it on? I'll have to check. Cross back to the table.
I enjoyed your stream you did the other day with playing Dark Souls.
So these are
No,
plus one
not
hits.
Dark Souls.
There.
What was it?
I played Dark Souls.
It wasn't Elden Ring? Oh no, you were, yeah. Yeah.
I'll live in contact this week.
Yeah, cool. That's cool.
It's very fun.
Where are those? 19. Under 19 for the leaders. Closest going. So, 14.
And they moved 14?
Yeah, they're within 6 of this guy.
Yeah.
And then you start the scan action. Right, shooting.
Okay.
Just here.
He's done the scan action.
He's doing the scan action. Yeah.
Okay.
6 shots. 92 hits. 1 wound. That was worth everyone's time. Just into the. Bolt pistol into the combat that I'm in. Hits. Doesn't hit. Sorry. Weapon skill 2, skill 3. He's going to heal himself. I'm if you're alright with that.
Just 1?
Oh, it's D3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Here, he'll shoot in there too. 1 hits. 1 wound.
Kill the guy.
Cool. Charges.
Sorry, I'll pull the guy that's closest.
Yeah,
to you.
of course. Charges. So, well, I just got to go into the wall to hit you, but Death Company.
So before there's any
goes
arguments
6,
about stuff.
which is enough.
Yeah. The undead Death Company.
Death Company, exactly. How far do I need now? Probably.
Just roll, see
Yeah.
if you need to measure.
6, so within 7.
Yep.
Yeah. So just put it in.
Okay. Him.
He'll go into there.
Yep.
Yeah. Don't know why I even rolled it. Isn't it? Cool. Right. You can drop her. So I'll start here.
Okay, I'll hurry up with him.
5, 10, 15. Is it hitting on 3s, no rerolls? These are the D-step ones.
Use my fat
know
fingers
what you mean.
pressing all the wrong buttons
Yeah,
there.
I know.
So just 5, AP 3.
So AP2, so 5 ups.
Yeah.
Wow, one
Okay.
dead. Wow, that might have.
That was my one move.
I think that. I think that might have.
So we'll just finish it up here, because after that we can just talk it out.
I actually think you can tell from the chat on the board there, that was really rough. Def Company only picking one of those up on the inside. They needed to do more than that to swing to flip that objective, didn't they? Now it's 3-3 on that objective, I think, which is not what he needed at all, is it, right? So, yep. It looks like the Sanga Ancient now just doing some Accursed Cultist attacks as well, but I think this might be a foregone conclusion. We'll have to see. But we'll let Dom roll that out. Couple of fails there. Cross back to now to see how many deaths that is.
Wait, I might,
sure.
I might
Sure.
interrupt. I'm more likely to interrupt here. No, I fight before you.
Well, one
it's
of these two units will, yeah, so he will fight this one.
I'll fight before you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I interrupt here, then you have to go here next. Then it's me, right? Because they're the charging unit. You have to do the charging unit next.
Yes.
Charging units go first because they
Yeah.
have fight first.
Yeah,
so
I'm
they're
just
a
saying.
step before that, yes.
So I have fight first because I'm Slanesh, so I go before him anyway because he's had one activation. So then he.
Yeah, because they always fight first, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So-
it's alternating straight away for the fight first.
Doesn't
Yeah.
really matter because he can't kill you. So
No, I know.
like.
So there's only a couple minutes after the round.
Yeah.
So I'll give you a bit extra.
We don't need it. We can talk it out after.
So,
We'll just do this combat and then
I mean, no, I'm happy for you
Yeah.
guys to carry on playing it.
appreciate it.
Yeah, if you're on stream, I'll give you 15 minutes.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 3.
So Dom, just interrupting on that top
3,
objective,
6, 7.
and therefore just doing some damage on the Sangard, trying to nullify how much damage they can do on the charge at the top there.
There goes.
Looks like one gone.
Twos
These two, yeah?
and twos. That's unfortunate. 6 AP4. 2 damage.
2, 6. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, we have.
Okay. There.
And
Yeah, that's-
finishing them off with a fight on death. Basically just wrecking.
and then
Well,
kill
no,
him.
actually, there's one Sangard
Cool.
left there, isn't there, with an
Yeah.
axe, right? So
Yeah.
So does it get any points for killing him? We can...
It just gives me. So I get 5 points in your turn. Just for,
I thought you maxed that out.
yeah, but it's every battle round.
Oh right, so I thought you maxed this.
So
Okay.
it's yours. 3d3. Sorry, 2d3 per 1. Two explodes. And
an absolute legend, Mr. Ginger Steve, coming through, been a member for 30 months with coaching from Mikey, saying, doesn't matter who wins. Everybody knows the real hero of today was a Necron player. I don't know which Necron player he's on about. Maybe he's on about Brett Castles, because he's definitely not on about
maybe,
himself, is he?
maybe.
Absolutely not. Yeah. Keep up the top streaming effort, guys. Good luck for the raffle run. Steve, can I just say thank you so much for that, mate? It means a lot. As we draw to the end of this game, this is the 6th game with stream this weekend. It's been epic fun, and we hope you guys have just managed to catch some of it and enjoy the coverage and stuff. We're not over yet, but it does look like Dom just tipping the scales towards the end of this game. It's going to be so close on the VPs. But can I just say, if you've enjoyed the coverage, please subscribe to the channel. We try and do this as much as possible. We've got so many more events coming up in 2023. Please don't forget to give it a like. And if you can, come and join us. Be a member. Be a Green Name legend. Join our Discord. For as little as £2 a month, we give you access to all the every part of our channel, from speaking to us directly to all the general chats, to the memes, to everything. You'll have a great time with us. And if you just want to show your appreciation as well for all the time and effort we've given, over 24 hours of coverage this weekend alone, 12 hours each day.
Yeah, that's it.
We'd really love it if you can throw a couple of quid our way, just to say thanks. This stuff doesn't happen for free, right? You know? And yeah, thank you so much. But looks like Dom, as he gets into round 5 now, and just going to be doing some points and totting up, as we speak. I'm going to cross back as they do some final totting up.
It's.
I just wanted to see how.
Oh, it's your turn. Sorry. It was,
Yeah.
I thought-
So
sorry,
this is the
that
start
was-
of my turn.
Of course. Sorry.
Yeah.
Because you were doing so much killing, I assumed it was your turn.
So, Demon
Yeah.
Prince comes over
Sure.
and kills those. I raise a banner here.
Yep.
These guys come off the center to try and deal with these.
Sure.
6, 2 there. These rotate and just do some pop shots like this. So we just do the. But what we are going to do is extend across them just in case you do get that one, just so I can get the. Okay.
Sure.
Then so his smite goes off for 3.
One dead and one on.
Yep. Then we have all the shots here. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. Hulter's shooting you.
Okay.
Rapid fire.
Sure.
There's 20 shots. No, I don't even know if they rapid fire. So if they explode in this turn, so I'm just not even going to attempt it. Sure. And then this is 5s. You have 2 saves there. But I'm trying to beat that. Yeah, that's fine. The reason why I have to do this is so that you don't heroic and ruin their day. So then, gonna charge 1. I might have to do a reroll here.
Right.
And I'm gonna go this way, so you have to pile in this way.
Sure.
They're going in there. Yeah, but we did anyway. And I'm gonna go here first.
Sure.
1,
Minus on the hit. Whatever it is.
Again, as we draw towards the end of this game,
1, 2, 3.
some Cursed Cultists going into some Sangard, just trying to finish Raph off, really make it his final turn pointless, effectively. Clean him out, and yeah, look, the VP swing for Dom, really high. He's probably just trying to maximise his points now, because obviously there is a chance that, like, you know, although he'll be on full wins, he just wants to make sure he gets as many battle points as you can, right? So just take us back to the top down.
There you go.
Looks like those are gone, the Sangard. Out of there. Cursed Cultist just
then the
piling
Demon
round.
Prince.
And now Demon Prince going to try and finish off 2 Death Company, which was sat on objective 2.
Yeah, we did some wounds with the smite earlier, took 1 off.
And that's 5 wounds.
I think there's just 2 left on the objective number 2.
I'm pretty sure this is a foregone conclusion now, which will mean Dom, Dark Techno Dom would win into the Hellstorm X, or 10 to normal purple. So they just got, that's round 4 done. Now into round 5, so they're going to be totting some stuff up as we get into there. So he's got 4 points because he's holding 1 for take and hold. He'll get a banner point because he's put a banner up on objective 1. And then we go back into Dom's turn because that's pretty much done. So if we look at Dom totting up his points, looking like he's... just checking when the strategic scan happens because I don't think you can complete. Which I don't think they can actually, because I think you complete it at the following turn. I think. But I might be wrong.
It depends if it specifies in the actual tertiary itself, whether it's completed at the end of the game or not.
So therefore he can.
Yep.
He found that he can. Perfect. I was wrong. There we go. There is a handshake. So
high score for Dom.
Looking at that, 94 to 65. Dom having to fight his way through that. Raph played his Blood Angels list so strong.
That was such a tight game all the way through.
I mean, look at just the lads just discussing now big swing moments in the thing. The problem is Raph fortunately took the fight to an army that doesn't mind dying and fighting back, right? And you just can't deal with just losing.
The trade game is so hard.
Absolutely.
So hard.
Absolutely. But we have a winner. Dark Techno Dom of Vanguard Tactics. Stephen Box will be very happy. Stephen Box now has to buy him a nice Christmas present.
That's it.
But there we go. Children of Bile. Creations of Bile coming through with the win into the Hellstorm 10. What a weekend it's been. And I think we will now cross back to our lovely faces. So there we have it. Dark Techno Dom taking it for the win. You'll see a nice crowd of people behind you. It has been an epic weekend of 40k here. We hope you've enjoyed tuning in to all of our games. What was your favourite game out of today, mate? Did you enjoy this one? Did you enjoy seeing...
I have enjoed all of the games. I
Yeah.
do appreciate the ones with Creation of Bile, just because I know the Chaos Space Marine Codex through and through. So, but I must say, my favourite game that we've seen on stream was actually the Guard versus Blood Angels one.
That was cool, wasn't it?
That was very cool.
Raph, I've been on stream for 3 games now. That man must be exhausted.
I know.
He's going to go home and crash, right?
It's a tough one, mate. It's a tough one. And that last game, it was a slog for both players.
Yep.
It really was. Raph playing the Blood Angels so well in there.
Yep.
Heavily contested throughout. And it just turned out that the fight on death and that unit of Laneshi chosen with the Black Rune of Damnation just being overwhelming in the end game that really swung that game.
Absolutely. And if you have enjoyed watching this, give us a sub. Give us a sub right now. Also, if you want to come and play at one of our events, this is held at Sutton in Nashville at Sanctuary Gaming Centre. Nick, we're streaming. So, if anyone hasn't yet been to one of our events, you need to come. All right, okay.
You need to come down.
Yep.
You need to experience the Hellstorm into the Hellstorm line.
Absolutely. We have tickets available. Just a few left for the 18th and 19th of April in 2023. You could be walking away with that epic trophy. Bear in mind, it's a golden chainsword on a plinth.
Guys, come
If you lose as well, there's also a trophy for you. You know what it could be?
Would
Golden
it be
wooden
a
spoon.
golden wooden spoon?
Golden wooden spoon. We do prizes properly here. I'm now going to ask everyone over there to wave because you're on camera. Wave.
Wave, everyone.
Wave.
Say hi.
Say hi to the chat and the many millions of people listening at home. Wave back. Mark, wave. Thank you, Mark. There we go. Thank you. So as you can see, we're coming towards the end of this week, and we hope you've enjoyed it. Jay Taylor coming through, gifting 5 subs. Thank you so much for the appreciation, mate. We hope you've enjoyed the coverage. We've certainly enjoyed doing it for you and stuff like that.
It's been one of those. We've seen a lot of creations of Bile this tournament.
Who knew? Creations of Bile, strong and good, right?
Are they OP, guys? You comment down below. You tell us.
No Votan here, though, right?
No Votan.
We'll never know how broken Votan are.
There's new guard on the horizon.
I know, right?
Are they going to be trouble?
Some would say as well there's a guard box in the raffle. Who wants to win the guard box in the raffle? No one. I'll take it home with me.
He's not just playing into the Hellstorm. It's not just potentially being on stream in front of all the viewers. Yeah. You could also take part in the amazing raffle that we run to win some tasty prizes. So.
Also, we had Costco pizza for lunch.
Oh,
and sandwiches and stuff. Life is good, right?
Pizzas, sandwiches, cookies, what's not to like?
So, I think that's it for an entire weekend of coverage, Billy. Can you believe it?
It's been a whirlwind. It really has.
All I'm saying is Mikey's got away with doing no work this weekend, and I'm very, very annoyed.
Yeah,
how has he managed it?
Strolled around doing, I don't know what he's doing. He's just been chatting to people.
Before we go, would you like to come and tell the chat how you've enjoyed your weekend of doing absolutely F all? Yeah? Do you want to tell people how you've loved your weekend and how good it's been, yeah?
Oh, guys, it's been bloody brill. I've just sat around, ate food, laughed at people, took the piss, and then told these two off for not working hard enough.
That's it.
You know? No, they wouldn't. But now, you two have absolutely smashed it today. And obviously, yesterday we had Elliot on as well. My apologies. We had Elliot on yesterday as well.
Big up to the king.
You guys have been awesome. So thank you very much for literally handling my career. You could have destroyed it, and I'd have been fucked tomorrow. But you didn't. You smashed it. So, yeah, these guys have been great, and thank you all for tuning in. Again, obviously, there's I can see gifted memberships and stuff. Stuff like that is just so awesome. You're looking after these guys. You're looking after me. Obviously, always look after me.
Exactly, yeah.
Told you, my career is fucked if you keep talking like that. No, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, guys, and I'm sure you've been in very, very safe hands with these two lads, and obviously Nick as well doing the updates and the best part of the show, the mic check. That was great, Mikey check. So yeah, it was great. So thanks, and I'll leave you to. I'm gonna go finish the tournament now, Tom. If that's all right, I'll actually do some work.
So can I just say a big up?
I love you all.
Okay. Just say a big thank you to everyone who appeared on stream this weekend. A big thank you to Raph as well, who appeared 3 times. We can't do without the players who want to jump on stream. Give us the content, give us their commentary. They've all been epic, and we have to say a big thank you. So, a big thank you, lastly, Bivs Away of Dom and Raph for being on stream for the final game. You were both epic. Thank you so much.
Epic guys there.
That's it.
True legends.
We're wrapping up now. So, I've been Hellstorm Tom.
I've been Hellstorm Billy.
You've been epic. You're sensational. I love you all. And that is it from Sanctuary Gaming Centre. Hasta la vista.
Take care of each other.
Goodbye.
Peace out.
Peace and love to all. Bye.
Bye.